Jared Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit jaredgoestothemovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jarrett Reddick, and this is a podcast. Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
Hey, you want to go get a drink?
No, I'm with somebody. Sorry.
The guy with the tucked-in shirt and the visor? Is that like a brother? The guy was not your brother then. Who is this guy? Who's this? I'm getting mad now. I'm jealous. Who is this guy?
Who are you?
I'm kidding with you. Who's the guy with the tucked-in stuff? Is that a boyfriend?
Okay.
Do you think you'll marry him?
What?
Because I know you've thought about it. The first time you laid eyes on him, you probably thought, I wonder if I could marry this guy in plaid shorts. He tucks his shirt in. No way. And then when you kissed him, you said, I can't believe I had a lot to drink tonight. I'm kissing the tucked-in guy. My point is, if you're not going to marry him, and if it's not forever, then you really don't have anything to lose in taking me up on my offer.
Well, I'm going to go.
Okay? Me too.
Okay.
To where? On an ice-breaking first date?
No, I don't.
Listen, you want to stay off the market while you're with I'm not the one, but I'm comfortable, then you can do that. But for all you know, I just offered you a get-out-of-board love for free card with no strings attached.
God, you're crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. And a lot of times people go, oh, that's crazy. Then they go, it's genius. That's what happened when the person invented fire. They burned that witch. And guess what? Then they got warm and they ate good stuff. And where are we headed to? Let's not make this weird because I'm not good on dates.
No.
I'm better just to kind of hang out. And if we don't have fun, I might go my separate way.
Okay.
I'm not committing to anything. I'll go hang out with you for a little bit.
That's not going
I
to happen.
can't say for sure.
Oh, you're making me live. Oh, yeah. I like when Queen is on.
Yeah.
You know? My best friend.
I should make a movie about that.
Oh, shit. It's happening. You know what I like about... I know we're not supposed to talk about the movie until after we're, like, on the show for 45 fucking minutes, but I like how the credits of this movie... And it basically... You have to watch it because it's their whole relationship up until the point the movie starts.
Yeah,
It's
it sets
important.
up the... Yeah.
So, like that Notre Dame game, you've noticed that,
Right.
you know, because they look happy.
Yeah,
and apparently she wasn't.
What's Notre Dame?
It's a college.
Oh.
I believe it's in Boston. No, it is in.
Come on.
Where is it? Minneapolis,
Indiana.
Indiana. It's in. Apparently, it's open to Indianans.
You'd think it's in Boston, right? Isn't it Catholic?
Yeah, I think it's in Boston, dude.
It's not in Boston, but you would think it's in Boston.
Son of a well, you know, Boston's not a big college town. Hey, guys, my name is Jarrett. This is a podcast. We like to call it Jarrett Goes to the Movies. You probably should, too. And tell a friend. It is great to be here. When we're filming/recording this, it's Memorial Day weekend. Both of the older kids ditched us this weekend. And Casey's family is in town, but they're like way north. So it's me, Casey, the little heathen, and you guys listen to this podcast. So thanks for being here. There's some other people on the show as well. With me, as always, is Rich.
Hello.
There he is, coming in.
Hey.
Now, how are things going with you, sir? You're fresh off of making millions of dollars off the sale of your company. You went on a mystery trip where you did not blow a transvestite.
Was not to Germany.
No. And what else is going on? Anything exciting?
I'm still sick.
Yeah.
I took a Dayquil,
Yeah.
a dose of Delsum,
I don't even know what that is. Is it like grape?
an antibiotic,
Okay.
and I'm drinking beer.
Fuck yeah.
And
Yeah, like this will be like drunk, sick, rich instead of like
The problem
whiny,
is,
sick,
whiny
rich.
sick rich is
Oh,
the worst. But you gotta, here's the thing, you gotta fuck, alcohol kills that shit. You gotta drink more. But here's the thing, that I had that, and I'm not kidding. I'm still coughing up shit. And
Antibiotics don't
And
work
he's
anymore.
drank plenty.
Antibiotics that aren't for a virus, though, dude. They don't
I
work on that.
I don't. How do you know it's a virus?
Because I know everything about medical shit.
Why do they keep giving me
doctor.
antibiotics?
You need
this
to-
is my second dose of
They
antibiotics.
just want you to go away and come back in a week. That's
You know
why.
what you need to tell them? You need to stop taking that shit because when you actually get something that the antibiotics would
I
work
know.
on,
I offered
then they're not going to work
I
anymore.
offered not to take the antibiotic.
Right.
I go, I can just tough it out. I don't really need it.
Yeah.
She goes, no, you need to take it.
Right. What kind of antibiotic did you get?
The first one was a Z-Pack.
I don't believe you. What?
The first one was a Z-Pack.
Okay, go ahead.
And the second one, it's
Doxycycline.
it's the 2 a day for 10 days, and it's a
that's
horse
the-
pill.
Oh shit! Oh my god, no, that's not
That's
doxycycline.
amoxicillin.
Yeah, that's different. That's fucking big dog shit.
You need another steroid shot.
Yeah,
Well, I just-
that's what I was gonna say too. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
You're only
You were
supposed to
on.
get like one every 3 months, though.
Yeah,
Steroids?
unless you're bulking up. Yeah.
No, I had
or you can
a-
take it straight to the dick,
I had-
but I didn't think you wanted to. Do
I had a
that.
steroid shot on Monday.
Right. Did you really?
Those just make
Yeah.
me mean and hungry.
Now tonight's a very special night. We're going to talk about the movie The Breakup. We do have a special guest. I don't know if I should introduce or if you should, Rich, because this is unprecedented podcast.
My ex-wife is here.
All right,
Which one?
The first.
the first one is here.
The best one.
And the best one. Now Shannon is here. Hello, Shannon.
Hello.
Now I will say this: as far as ex-wives we've had on the show, you're already my favorite. She came in with brisket, quesadillas, a huge soda, which that's after my heart. Is that a diet drink?
Diet Dr. Pepper.
God damn it, that's what I drink too.
Yep.
So
It's the
we already have a connection.
Yeah.
So she's got brisket quesadillas and enormous diet Dr. Pepper, which I would have as well, and she fucking divorced you.
Right.
It's like we're kindred spirits. We're like the same person, for Christ's sake. It's fucking weird. But no,
And we love English.
we love English. That's right. Now, a little bit of backstory before we dive in, just a little bit so that everybody is up to speed. You guys have 2 children together. One of them,
Yep.
Zoe, has been on the show before, twice, I believe, as an artist.
No, just once.
And then Christian did take over for Sean's job one time
Yep.
as well. And so it's a this podcast is officially a family affair.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. What choice of words, or what do you say? I don't know. Hold on, I gotta do.
Roadhouse.
All right, so I am so glad you guys are here for this episode. Again, we're going to be talking about the movie The Breakup. Before we get into that, maybe it's a good idea to give us a little backstory as to how this is even happening tonight.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, if you follow the show,
Okay, most people listening.
you're
do.
well versed in my love life from the beginning
Which one?
to now, and I've spoken much about you, and
Shannon.
and the second one. Anyway, she and I had gone through quite a bit over the last 16 years now.
You had a hard time of it at first, right? You guys
Yeah.
were back and forth. It was a little bit of a tough situation. I gotta be honest, I just want to go out on a limb. I want to I'll break this fucking uncomfortable thing. I'll fuck the elephant in the room in the asshole. You're my favorite of his ex-wives. How about that?
Aw,
I'm just gonna let you know. I just met you tonight. You're already my favorite.
thanks.
You know the other
And
one?
you did meet the other
I
one.
met
too.
the other one a few times.
Yeah.
Didn't talk, really. And even when she did, she was just like fucking trying to get him to leave. Like, it was the fucking worst.
You're being a girl right now.
I'm not either.
That's a girly
I
move.
I mean what I'm saying though. That's the reason. That's the reason why I'm a boy, is because I'm not just talking out of my ass. I would say the same thing if the other one was here, wouldn't I?
You'd say she was your favorite?
No. Come on, Rich. God damn it. That was fucking funny though. You're right. All right, keep going. So you guys had a rough start.
Yeah, and
With the divorce scene.
and I think it was the dodgeball episode I talked about where she and I kind of buried the hatchet and started focusing on the kids together. And
It's good y'all did that after they were grown.
yeah,
know.
I know.
Yeah.
Made it a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we didn't try a few times throughout the years. It was kind of off and on.
Yeah.
You know, we both had shit going on in our lives that were definitely
were
made an impact.
Influenced.
Yeah.
Now,
by
Shannon, I
others.
don't know you, but I will tell you this: I didn't like Rich when I first met him. The second time I met him, I thought he was the best ever, and he got in so much trouble by his ex-wife,
Which one?
the second one, and just for hanging out with me. And but I will say this: like I can't imagine living with this son of a bitch. I can't. Like, people who listen to this show know, like, we don't agree on anything, and that's why we have such a great friendship and a great dynamic, is because We literally do not agree on anything, except for that I'm the funniest person that's ever lived. Right? Have we agreed on that yet or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. See, and he passive aggressives me. So,
You would consider me argumentative, right?
I consider you very argumentative. Yes.
Okay.
You just are.
All right.
Yeah.
And now ask her if we ever argued during our marriage.
Uh-oh. Did you guys ever
Not
argue?
once.
No, but I know that about you too.
See,
That you're not like that in relationships. You just are like on the internet and about politics.
But that's interesting because I didn't argue in my previous marriage either, and we also got divorced.
Right.
We didn't talk about our feelings.
Well, I don't like conflict,
Me either. I fucking hate it.
and
I don't like conflict either.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
I like,
do.
No, I like discussing ideas openly.
Right.
I don't want to I don't want to be a dick about it. I'm not like I like telling you my opinion, but I don't think that's arguing in the sense of being like my second marriage. She argued with me. She called me names.
Right.
You know.
Okay, that's different kind of argument.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's arguing.
Let me ask you this though: how many times? And seriously, how many times have you ever been in a discussion in your whole life and actually changed your mind?
It's happened a bunch of times.
A bunch of times that you can count on two hands, and
No,
you're fucking
it happens less and less and less because I've sculpted my opinion over
Right.
fucking 40 years now.
like, right. Well, I only know you as the person that literally has never been wrong,
Yeah.
and the person that taught me to say literally.
But you're the but see it's different with you because you don't give a shit. You don't care about you're just trying to make people laugh. You don't really care about what like the real facts are or what like
That's
what's
true.
Yeah, I mean, so it's not like
But me and you scream at each other downstairs in our kitchen all
we
the time.
do. You're in your 20s and you'll learn.
But I just sit there during that. I don't fucking.
I'm kidding.
I'll learn.
Casey.
I'll learn to have control of my own body one day.
Oh,
Just
Jesus
hand it
Christ.
over.
So
All
you
right.
guys
hand
hold
it
on.
over
So,
to somebody in my 40s.
all right, so we do get back. So I think it's
I
awesome
don't even
that you
think we've
guys
ever argued about
have
that. I just went with it.
that you guys have reconnected. You guys have actually become friends.
Yeah, we're
you guys
very-
hang out sometimes. You have a couple of drinks here and there. I already know I got to move my bell closer to me already for the night. I'm excited about that. Now, a few good things about Rich that I could tell you, and I'm wondering if you agree with this.
Oh,
A,
jeez.
he can dance.
he can dance.
Yep.
Yes.
Secondly, Casey and I have figured it out
Oh, no.
over the last few years.
Are we
that
going there?
He's got to be a good fucker. Like he's got to
I don't think I was back then.
he has to be like really
No,
good.
but he's had this conversation with us too.
He's got to be like really, really good at it. You weren't good at it back then,
I don't think,
and I don't remember.
I, as a matter of fact, I've talked about this before too. Before you, I had no idea what I was doing.
Right.
Like you taught me how to.
Oh my God! Wow.
To
Aw.
give. Like I
Good
don't
job.
think I may have never have given a girl orgasm before her,
right,
and it wasn't,
Or
and she
since.
wasn't, and,
Yeah.
and she didn't get it because of me.
right.
It was because she already knew how to do.
Y'all were
what-
trying to figure stuff out.
No,
Yeah.
I mean I'm saying
Oh,
she
already
just
had stuff figured
knew
out.
what to do.
Right.
I guess.
Because I was so experienced.
Right.
What did
No,
you
that's
say?
not what
That's
I mean.
exactly how I took that.
That's
by the
not
way.
what I mean.
Yeah,
Right?
he's calling you some names.
Thank
Understand
you.
it.
No, that's not what I mean. I just meant that she knew how to make herself. You
Oh
know,
my God! No,
Man, we're just going for it. We're
I
not even
just-
like throwing any liquor on top of this
I know.
first.
We need, where's the Patron?
I can get some.
I think that I think we were just a good fit. I
Okay.
don't think.
Yeah.
I think,
Do you guys agree politically?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a big one because with Rich, I don't see that he, and I think you'll agree with this. I don't see that he could ever be in any sort of relationship with someone who differs in anything politically that he thinks. But you knew him.
Before we weren't
Well,
really
it was
political. Back
Gosh,
No,
it's
not at all.
16, 18 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
And
we
now-
were. He was 22 and I was 24 when we
Right.
got
It's
married.
before now you've got a good job, you're making a little bit of money, your ideals, your ideas are different.
I was actually more liberal back then
Mm-hmm.
when we were first going. I mean, I would have voted for Bill Clinton in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I didn't vote, but
we
I
had
would've-
to. We
I
had to
would've.
back then. Yeah, we had to back
I saw
then.
him playing saxophone. I was like, he's cool. I'll vote
Yeah.
for him. But I mean, it was based on nothing.
My Republican grandpa actually at the time who I wouldn't say is racist, but definitely had some he was in the war and all that shit. I remember I was in college and he was just like, we've got to get this Clinton. We got to vote this Bill Clinton in. He's got a lot of good ideas. And I just remember being like, God, that is really not what I thought you were going to say. But I did. I voted for him because my grandpa told me to. And I was 1 for 1 and then I didn't vote for a while.
What's funny is is as conservative, and again, I'm fiscally conservative, socially liberal. If I took everything that I know right now and went back to that time period, I don't know that I would be happy with the Republicans back then either. I have no idea. I would have to,
Right.
Everything
I don't think we voted. That's
didn't.
how we were.
Yeah, we didn't vote. We voted.
Yeah.
We were that like our one
I'm
vote
gonna be honest.
doesn't
This
count.
is cute as shit. You guys saying we and stuff, and y'all were like way younger, and we don't know like young rich. We only know like
My political ideas changed a lot too, because in the year 2000, in about 5th grade, we did do a vote throughout the school, and I did vote for George Bush over Al Gore. So,
Everyone else did too.
but they put
Remember,
but they put their pictures on the ballot, and I think everyone was like, "Ugh, okay."
It's like when Jack came home. Jack was 10, I guess, and he came home and he had decided that
He was all hopped.
he was all
he was
hopped up
hyped
on
up
the
about
Trump,
Trump.
but he was just doing to fuck with us or whatever. So he just like picked this side.
Yeah, he did a thing where he like picked the shock value.
Yeah, and it was just the best ever because he'd just be like, "No, I like this." Then once it all happened, obviously he.
Oh, I messed with him so much about that. He'd be like, "Hey, could you blah blah?" I'd be like, well, I would, but I actually built this wall here, so I can't go anywhere.
That's good shit.
So to answer your question, I think I have come to the conclusion that I probably couldn't be with someone who was ultra liberal.
Different.
They could be indifferent.
Yeah.
They could be conservative. I don't even think ultra conservative. I don't know if I could do that, like far right.
Right.
I don't think I could do that. But I certainly couldn't do super left person.
Well, you know what? I think you're right. I think you get to a certain age, and again, I'm giving
It's
you
just-
shit, but I think you do get to a certain age. You're smarter. You know what the fuck it is that you think.
It's just
and,
exhausting.
and I know that I don't
Well,
give
it
a
depends
shit,
on
but
what
I
your politics are about. If your politics are about money, and you guys have different views on how you think money should be spent, I think that's totally possibly able to like something that you could work out. If it's totally like you think that morally they're separate, then it's never going to work. You know, if
maybe.
you think somebody's morals are on a separate standpoint rather than like
I
where
think
somebody stands financially.
The biggest thing that divided us back then was religion.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh shit! Let's talk about that. What? So tell me
we
more.
gotta do a clip. We gotta
Hold on. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Oh, I love that.
Me
movie.
too. Holy shit!
And we love the Steelers.
Jesus Christ!
So,
What's happening?
we're
My
like the
wife's
same
right there, but
person.
this is getting weird.
I understand. If it has to happen, it has to happen.
So Rich, well, when we were dating, he would go to church with me, and he would go to church like on Mother's Day. We'd go do the church and lunch with my parents. Like he did all the things to,
Right.
and then once we got married, he wouldn't go, or he would go and he would play games on his phone during church, or he
Oh,
would
boy.
like bring his McDonald's bag with the sausage McMuffin into the church, and he was just
Dude, that is so you, man.
he was kind of like, if I have to be here
yeah.
and I don't want to be here,
I'm gonna get comfortable and just do whatever I want.
I'm gonna be kind of a jerk about
That
being
is
here.
fucking. That's
And-
you.
and
That's
it
fucking you
really
still.
By the way, I don't remember any of that, but I'm not denying it.
That's you still to this day.
When we were first dating, I was like super active in a church that I think I did figure out later in life once we broke it down after watching a lot of cult shows that I might have actually been in a cult on accident. But
That's my brother.
But it was really awesome. I don't know. I was like super happy in there. Whatever. I get why people do it. And I would do the same thing. I'd like wake him up and be like, "Hey, like I'm going to church. You want to go?" And you'd just be like, "Nope."
well,
that was the end of it.
I
Like,
wasn't going to go to that church, but
you
I
weren't.
mean, but
but it wasn't a thing.
no, it wasn't a thing.
Which church did you go to then?
Well, I was a member of a church
Exactly.
with
But not whenever I met you.
with the ex. No, but I grew up in the church. You
Yeah,
know,
me
I did too, though.
I
I
grew
did
up in
too.
the Church of
But I
Christ.
think we kept
and-
it separate, like immediately.
We
Like,
kept it
we
separate.
never talked about
No,
it.
it
I mean,
was
we've
just-
had conversations recently where he's like, "Really? That's how you feel about that?" And we're like,
You would think, and actually, here's the thing: you probably don't know what I think. You think you know, but you don't.
and same for me.
Yeah.
yeah.
And even what we're saying right now probably isn't leading
And if
you
it
to the
flipped you,
right.
you're still wrong. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, we're in the upside down. Fuck it.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if,
No,
if
but
religion's important, then that would be like a big part of like your politics and stuff too.
But
gym
I
and
think
things
this
like that,
movie
you know? Like,
actually gets into that, right? Like she's basically saying, "Hey, let's fucking grow up."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, this has been fun. It's, let's grow up. And she's actually trying to change a human being. I'm not certain that that's what you were trying to do. You were just saying like, "Hey, let's have this
I was ready to grow up.
Let's have this structure in our life."
Yeah.
And were you still like playing in bands and stuff at the time?
Yeah, this was after bands it was after when we had Christian, that's when I quit the bands and started trying to find jobs that were career. career jobs, but
because you're. I will say this about you, Rich, and in all seriousness, and I know I give you a lot of shit, but one of the things that I respect about you the most is you when responsibility is a thing. That's it. This is what I have to do. This is my job. I'm gonna wake up and do. You gave me shit one time about Chuck E. Cheese because I told you, well, I'm sort of on call. And you were like, well, shouldn't the first thing you do every morning is like wake up and like check your email and see if that's what you're supposed to do that way? Obviously, it doesn't operate the way that you were fucking with me about,
right.
but you do have that sense of like, hey, if you say you're going to do something, I'm going to do it. Do you feel like you were like that back then as well? Or is that something that like has become more part of you, like as you've had more responsibility as far as your work environment and whatnot?
I don't know, dude. Well, I mean, I think a big part of our sort of splitting up was the fact that, okay, I have a kid now, and then soon after 2 kids, and I've got to get serious and support this family, and I buried myself in work. So that put a wedge in between us because she needed to connect with me.
Yeah, there wasn't any quality time,
and it was not enough me going to her,
right?
Going, let's have quality time.
Yeah, you spread yourself thin and didn't distribute
Well, he
it all
knew
properly.
what he was doing and why he was doing it, but I didn't. We didn't communicate. He didn't come to me and say, "Hey, I'm spending all this time to provide for our family and to make money and to, create a future." He would just say, "Hey, why don't you go out with your friends tonight?"
Or it is what it is.
You just felt a disconnect, and you didn't know what the reason was.
Why is he wanting me to go out with my friends? Like, what? And
I did that to Jarrett whenever I wanted the fuck out of the house.
Actually, you know what? To be honest, though, let's just call it 20 years ago. 20 years ago, that's pretty badass that he was doing that. Because to be honest, there's fucking guys in this neighborhood who want to go out with their friends, but their wife wants to go out with their friends and go do something or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, we're back to this movie. All she wanted was for him to show an interest in her, to like want to do something with her, to
for
like
him to want to do the dishes,
exactly,
to want to do,
or not to want to do the dishes, because actually that's a hilarious line. To want to do the dishes because she didn't want to do them either. Let's blow them out in 15 minutes. She's gonna go get in the bathtub. He's gonna get in front of the video game.
Yeah,
I suggest we do the clips and address the issues as they come.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's what we're about to do. I was right there. So
well, I feel like we're starting to move into the movie.
No.
Now we need to like.
No. I again, maybe I got off topic just a smidge, but here we go. All right, guys, I do need to remind you that this is a Tim Tool and Matt Cardosi production. All of our sponsorship does come from Patreon. Patreon's an awesome site. Even if you're not looking to sponsor us or to help us out, there's so many creators out there that could use the help. There's artists, there's podcasts, there's musicians. MC Lars just posted a thing today about his Patreon, and I just got an invitation to his wedding. So go check out MC Lars because apparently he's getting married. Our new supporters on Patreon do include, but are not limited to, Justin McGill, who upped his pledge from $5 to $10, which means he will be on our monthly hangout, and he will qualify for a perk, which, by the way, the perks could not be sent out, and they're badass, but you fuckers didn't put your addresses in. So go update your address if you haven't already so I can send you this thing. Tess Green also upped her pledge from $10 to $20 because she's badass. And Rich would like to say, and don't be shy, come hang with us on the Skype Hangouts. Agreed. You've already been paying for it. What the fuck? And they're also very hilarious. And most of the time I'm super hungover and it's fun to see me. All right. Our executive producers are Ashley C., Wendy Croft, David Murray, Sheila Ray Wonder, David Dooley, who you heard last week and who did apologize for being quiet. He had a full day out in the sun drinking beer with me and Gary. And holy shit. Rod and James, Tim Tool and Matt Cardosi are corporate VPs. Nigel Watson, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, Diane Small, Daniel Cotton, co-host of the BFS fan page Rampage podcast. Go check that out if you haven't already. Jared Spear, Lisa Wenzel, John Gickler, Shawnee Griffiths, Greg Pascal, Mark Ryan, Tyler McCullough, Shui Hurst, Katie Morgan, Josh Millman, Jason Randall, Mike Breton, your favorite record podcast, Brian Dunning, Paul Baums, Amy Pitzinger, who it's possible we're becoming best friends with stick around for that story. We'll see how it develops, but we might be best friends, right? Is that the thing?
With
the Pit Singers.
with a couple.
Yeah, with the Pit Singers.
We stole them from my mom.
Yeah, we're stealing them but she doesn't listen to this. We're cool. Jason Wall, Bodie Cooper, William Bryant, Kirsty Fisher, Dom Petretta, Simone Vark, who did not quit the podcast, Dave McLennan, sorry about that, Woody Chambers, and Tess Green. Welcome, Tess, to the list. Let's talk about The Breakup, 2006. Runtime 106 minutes. Surprised you didn't know that. Rating PG-13. Okay, let's take this again. In a bid to keep their luxurious condo from the significant other, a couple's breakup proceeds to get uglier and nastier by the moment. Terrible synopsis. Not even what the fucking movie's about.
Yeah,
really.
I thought the same thing. At first, I was like, "Oh, that's very succinct and very good," and I went, "Wait a minute, that's not what
it's not even what the fucking movie's about." In fact, that's like the first 40 minutes of the movie, and then the whole thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: why not just like and I guess that was the whole thing. Like, why?
Do you want me to tell you what the movie's about?
Over to Rich for his alternative synopsis.
The Breakup. Jennifer Aniston gets duped into dating a total asshole because initially he seemed funny and carefree. She finally breaks up with him only to fall for it all over again in the last scene of the movie.
Did she though?
I know,
Yeah,
right?
she did.
Yeah,
Totally fell for it.
Here's the thing about that. I sat there thinking to myself, okay, and I didn't remember that. As they're standing there in the empty, you just sort of see. I'm sitting there going, okay, so here's this couple. They fucking had a great run, and now they're seeing like their open canvas again. You know, like it would seem like that would be like, hey, you want to go like get a pastry from the? They're in Chicago. Like, you want to go get a fucking Chicago dog and maybe put on a bib. So you
What's
don't
on a
spill
Chicago dog?
They put like
Chicago dog
pickles.
Yeah, it's pickles.
It's
tomatoes.
that weird little green peppery pickle thing. Is
Yeah.
that
Yes.
it?
like a sports pepper
Yeah.
and a pickle.
It's
I
too
don't
much.
remember.
I like the Chicago dog.
I'm
It's
sure
too
I would
much.
like
I
it.
go to
but don't
Sonic
like the
and I
onions.
get the Chicago dog.
It's a.
I like the New York one with the sauerkraut.
I don't like
Oh,
any
no,
of that
no,
shit.
I don't like
hot
sauerkraut.
Don't make that
dogs.
face at my hot dog preference.
I like
don't
the
judge
All-American hot
That
dog,
was kind of fucked up.
relish, ketchup, and mustard, and I like the Chicago dog.
Here's what I like: hot dog with mustard. That's it. Fucking end of story.
I put mayonnaise on my hot dog.
Oh,
No!
now it's all coming back to me. That's why we got divorced. It was because of
It all
that.
came full. It was bound to come out.
That was it.
Rich is hating on shit.
Holy
I
shit!
like mayonnaise.
You're right. Oh my god! Do you eat them on French fries too?
Yes.
Eat Do you
at
really?
Chick-fil-A.
Only
The
at Chick.
waffle
Okay,
fry
so
and-
that's a thing.
I've heard that. That's like
So
a thing.
that's a thing there, but that's a thing like around the world. What else is that people eat mayonnaise? Like, you like full fat mayonnaise
Oh,
on
yeah. Hellman's.
on a hot? Do you eat it on a hamburger too?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit!
I mean,
I'm just thinking, I think hot dog, I'm just thinking like it's a hot day and like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa."
I mean, if I'm at the ballpark, which I'm not often, ever,
yeah.
I'll eat it with mustard. But
Yeah.
when I'm at home,
And you mean it? Yeah.
Mayonnaise, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I understand that.
You know what though? I don't like mayonnaise, so it's not fair for me to judge.
I
I'm just
love mayonnaise.
By the way, fucking mayonnaise in a hot dog. I don't know if that's even a thing.
Try it.
Maybe I will. I don't know. We seem to have
We
agreed on a
haven't-
lot
I
of
know. You
shit.
should
We've
try
agreed
it.
on a lot of other shit. All right, so this movie does, in fact, star Vince Vaughn. You guys know my Vince Vaughn story, right? I've told it on the podcast a bunch of times. I met him at the Grammys, and here's why. Because I left the Grammys early because they weren't serving booze, and Tom Arnold had just got fucking yelled at for yelling because they didn't have any beer at the concession stands or whatever. So we stayed most of it, but there came a point where it's like, let's get the fuck out of here. We'll go to the bar. And so we have to take this elevator down in Madison Square Gardens. We like go back down to like the limo pickup or whatever because we're important and shit. And Vince Vaughn, who is like fucking gargantuanly
Yeah,
tall,
he's
like
super tall.
he's insanely tall, is standing there talking to the band Incubus, who are this little tiny fuckers, right?
Right.
And it was the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen. It literally, we had just walked into like a circus where it's like, okay, well, there's the guy on stilts, and these guys will be getting into a small car. But anyway, he recognized us and like came up and gave us hugs and like bent over and was super nice. And we shook Incubus's hands, and that's the end of my Vince Vaughn story.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. I know it feels good. I love Vince Vaughn. He just makes me anxious. You know this.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's my favorite.
I like him a lot.
he's fucking great.
I
in this
wish I
movie.
had that kind of talking game.
So
Right.
this is actually a little bit how my Aunt Deanna and her ex-husband kind of met, which I'm sure you would not be surprised by knowing my Uncle Jake.
Yeah.
At the ballpark?
Not at the ballpark, but she was like at a bar or something and dancing with some dude, and he just straight up was like, came up and was like, "Are you cheating on me? Like, what's going?" And like just full on, just like intercepted, and then they just ended up married within like months.
That's
like,
crazy. Yeah, there's her ex Uncle Jake.
I think does it make him still my uncle or no? If they didn't have any kids,
I mean, they got married like after. I mean, he wasn't even originally your uncle, so like he kind of
they married whenever I was like
married
7.
in.
I was
just
like 7.
You just keep uncles around, you know,
In
like
our family.
No,
Yeah.
I'm asking. Like, I don't know the answer to that. Like,
Well, we had one that was a
you're like, what if Larry?
stripper that we're a little questionable about. as
What
far
if
as-
Larry King becomes your uncle? Then how many aunts can you possibly fucking remember on Christmas?
Have you met my mom? All of them. She'd be Facebook friends. She'd want to be invited to every fucking
Yeah,
graduation.
that's fucking true. So Vince Vaughn makes me nervous. Jennifer Aniston is also in this. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of her. She's a newer actress. She came up, well, gosh, I guess in the late 80s, early 90s. She was on this Friends. You ever heard of that show? Super popular.
That was a big part of our marriage, actually.
Yes.
Friends.
Friends
Oh, yeah.
was. You guys
Yes.
loved that show.
That was like
The night that Christian was born, we were watching Friends.
Yep.
And my
What?
daughter, right when, you know, the funeral scene?
Yeah, when he fell in the- I was
When
just gonna
Ross
say
and
the same
Monica's
thing.
aunt
Yeah.
passed away. I guess the one with the sweet and lows and the
Yeah.
top of the closet. Anyway, so we had this terrible couch that reclined. I bought it at
the
Sears.
black one, yeah.
Yeah, for like $800 on my Sears card. Anyway, and so I was reclined in it, and Ross was walking through the graveyard, and he fell in a grave.
Yeah.
But all you see is him just disappear.
Right.
And it was hilarious.
And everybody just, you know, we had friends over, and we started laughing, and then I kind of popped up, and I felt something pop, and
Uh-oh. There it is.
Your
and
water
my
broke?
water broke, and
Yeah.
that was the night that
Right.
Christian was born.
Now, did you get mad at her for making a mess? Because you're super tight.
I didn't make a mess.
Okay, good.
No.
Good job. Good job.
I held it together.
That a
And
girl.
I know.
Holy
She has
shit.
It
very
was a
strong-
black couch,
She has
though,
very
so-
strong vaginal muscles.
Oh,
Right.
there you go. We're back to that.
Yeah. Well, we haven't really
I have a
gotten into
weird
that
water
yet.
break story.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I went to dinner with my dad on Sunday. He goes, "See you next week for Sunday dinner." And I said, "No, I'm fucking having this baby tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow." It was like 3 weeks early, but I'm like, it is safe tomorrow to have this baby.
Right.
I'm getting it out of me. I'm done. So I went to sleep, and I had a dream that I was with a friend, and I was driving to Austin. And I'm like, let's get out of here. I need one more weekend. Like, let's go. And I'm watching all the signs go like south, you know, on 35. And then all of a sudden he turns around and it's all going north again. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, we can't go to Austin. You're having a baby. I'm like, not for like 3 weeks. He goes, no, you're having a baby right now. And I woke up and my water fucking broke.
Oh, wow.
Is that not weird?
Oh, wow.
Jeez,
And then I
Louise.
wasn't sure if I peed my pants because that had already happened one time in my kitchen where I was like, my
Right.
water broke. Went to the hospital. They were like, oh no, sweetie.
Which baby was this?
You just full on peed your pants. Which one?
Yeah.
The only one I ever grew in my uterus.
Which one?
How bad?
My mom's water broke at my brother's kindergarten birthday party, and he held it against me our whole lives. So, still to this day,
You ruined his party.
he's still pissed at me about it.
Wow.
Yeah, he's still just
Did
like,
y'all
dude,
have like joint birthdays after a
no,
while?
no, because he's like, again, he's 5 years older, so we were in a different planet. But we did have to have him. So she did do the thing where he would have one weekend and I would have one the other weekend. And the only person that did like the 2 present thing that you do for your sister's case is my grandma. So I would get a present on his birthday and on mine, and same. But yeah, we're 5 years, 1 day, and 32 minutes apart.
Everyone's a winner.
Everybody wins.
Babies are funny.
I'm so sorry about that. So, now this is a new piece by Zach Rzuska. What do you think of this?
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
Other than taking an art history class in college, which I pretty much slept through, I don't have the first clue about art or how to go about buying it. I mean, like that painting. I mean, I don't see the point in buying something that I could have done myself.
Yeah, completely agree with you. You know, an art teacher of mine once said, never buy a piece of art that you don't have to have. You know, don't worry about who the artist is or how much it's worth. I mean, you have to live with it every day. You have to walk by it every day. You know, you have to really love it. You have to really appreciate it. It's kind of like picking a mate.
Foreshadowing.
Can we talk about art?
Sure we can. But can we also talk about the fact that you didn't tell me Tom Brady was in this movie?
It does look like Tom Brady.
Christ. Holy shit, this Tom Brady comes back like 2 more times, too.
All right, so I'm watching the show called Genius. It's on its 2nd season. The first season was about Einstein. It's on Nat Geo channel.
Oh, I want to watch that. You told us about it.
Strongly recommend the show. It is amazing, and both seasons. I guess this is what they're going to do. It's 2 storylines. The first storyline is young Einstein. The second storyline is old Einstein.
Got it.
And they're just going back and forth, and in the show,
right,
between young and old. Amazing first season. So the second season's about Picasso.
Okay.
And I didn't know any of this, but apparently he was in this big rivalry with an artist called Matisse.
Yes, of course. Yeah, actually, my wife taught me this at the museums in New York, and it's actually incredible.
About their rivalries?
About their rivalry, but it's incredible as she's explaining it to look at their paintings and shit.
Yeah, because it's
fucking crazy.
The way they transition in their fight to be more different, and stuff. It's the show is amazing.
And doesn't Matisse end up? He's the guy that ends up just like hanging shit on the wall, right?
Well, yeah, we did see that one exhibit where at the end we're like, all right,
exactly.
They were like, give me $9 billion, we'll give it to you. Just fucking throw some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
And this all ties back into our relationship because we had a Matisse.
Not a real. It was a
no,
print.
Yeah, it was a print. Obviously,
yeah.
It was obviously a print, but it was the one where it's blue. It's just paper cut out of this black person with a red heart and a couple of yellow starry things. Casey, you're typing on your phone, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yellow starry things on there.
Yeah, and
got it.
She has no idea what you're talking about.
I do.
She wasn't listening.
I went backwards in my brain.
I know.
Okay, got it.
And then also, and you did all that. This was all you. You picked the Matisse, right? You picked, and then you did those Duran Duran ones. What were those? You know what I'm talking about. The Duran Duran art. Come on. Someone. The Duran Duran art. Yeah, it's always a girl and she has kind of a jagged thing about her, some kind of thing. It was
Duran
big in the
Duran?
No.
It was Duran Duran's
I didn't do that.
album
You're
cover.
getting me mixed up with your
No,
second.
I'm not. I don't.
I wasn't into that.
I swear we had one of those on our thing as well. It wasn't anyone else. There wasn't. But you did the art.
Well, that got weird.
I
think
did
you
the
may have had it.
decorating.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about that. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
And
you
then-
weren't crazy about the art.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't
But
really
why
have
wouldn't
an.
you just? Why wouldn't
I
you
didn't
just-
have an opinion.
But why wouldn't you just say that?
I didn't have an opinion. Like I looked at
You
it.
don't care.
No, I looked at it and it just didn't speak to me. But I knew she liked it, so I didn't say anything. I didn't
Okay.
care.
Well,
Right.
but that's a
I
thing.
will say this that
But I'm getting to a point. My point is,
Okay.
now I absolutely have an opinion about art. I do. I put things on my wall that speak to me, and art's kind of a big deal to me. I really like art now, and I like it to. I don't care who does it.
yeah, you just really like a good
I look
zebra.
at something and I go, "That's bad." Well, the zebra. You're talking about the upstairs.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
I
old.
like
I know, I'm
when
joking.
she says it doesn't matter who did it, how much it costs.
It's true because I mean we've
That's
been places.
exactly how I feel.
We've been
doesn't-
walking on the street and been like, I like that. You know, we
We
bring
have a
random
vi-
shit back. You know,
Yeah,
from random
exactly.
places.
And
But
it-
that's the one thing that so as a new wife coming into a house where there had been a previous wife. I mean, I don't give a whatever. We've got tons of furniture. I'm like, fuck that. That's a nice coffee table. We're keeping it. You know, like
I wish more people were like
but
that.
and there's
My
a-
second ex was not like that.
There's so much stuff. Like I didn't need to like clear the house of everything and like put everything back together myself. But I did have a problem with the artwork. It was the only thing. I was like, that's too personal. Picking out artwork together is personal.
Yeah.
So the big giant portrait over the mantle and the things that were go around the house, I would look
Yeah.
at them and I would go, I can't look at that every day because I just see you
guys
too,
see
not
it,
you
yeah.
individually.
That
And-
makes sense.
And what sucks is I think they had a little bit of like a tiff in the argument in like the artwork separation. So then he had to be like, just take it back. But
that did happen.
we
Actually,
still haven't
So
we
you
had-
fought for some art, and then she was like, "No."
we fought for some art, and
not to mention he had a giant portrait of me on top of his mantle. He didn't know it yet.
we
though.
had
and then she has to have that one.
we had
now.
divided it all up, and we had spent quite a bit of money. There was this one artist that we loved, and we had bought a lot of her shit.
Yeah, that's personal.
And then and it was, and she's not wrong.
Yeah,
she's
I
right.
agree. Yeah.
And so yeah,
That's a wedding portrait on the fucking mantle, in my opinion.
It was like
Sure.
I had one half of it in the thing or whatever, but then as we're getting into making our house a home, it doesn't make sense for me to have this there, and it did. I mean, yeah, it was weird, but it's weird for me to give up anything. It's just like, man, that TV doesn't work anymore, and I'm like, well, it seems fine to me. You know what I mean? But
yeah, my thing was like functional furniture and things like that. Whatever. I don't care about any of that stuff. Bring it on. Like there's definitely a couple little pieces around that I know that were picked out, but it wasn't some big statement piece in the home, you know?
Yeah.
And I just walked through and I was just like, I can't like, let's do stuff. Let's find new artists that we like. It wasn't like, let's just throw out everything and it's all me. I want to bring in my stuff. It was like, let's do this together and make this house look like ours.
Gary?
Yeah. Oh, come on. Really?
You got 3 lemons.
What my baby wants, my baby gets. You know that.
No, but I wanted 12. Baby wanted 12.
Why would you want 12 lemons?
Because I'm making a 12-lemon centerpiece.
So no one's actually even eating them? They're show lemons?
Yeah, they're just show lemons. Shown in the center of the table. Glad you find that amusing, but I cannot fill a vase with only 3 lemons.
Well, can't you just use, like, maybe a drinking glass?
I could use a
You
drinking...
can have a smaller version of a centerpiece.
I'm not going to use a drinking glass for our centerpiece.
You know what? I got an idea. Why don't we go ahead and scratch the centerpiece idea altogether? Because the chicken that burnt my mouth could maybe use a little bit of lemon on top of it. Guess what? Now we made a better meal versus something visually nice to look at.
What's happening here? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I had such a long day on the bus. I need a little bit of downtime. My feet are killing me.
Come on, my feet are killing me too. I worked all day. Went to the market. I cleaned this entire condo, and then I've been cooking for the last 3 hours.
Still
Come
wearing
on.
heels.
this guy doesn't exist
Yes, he does.
unless it's rich.
We watched Teen Mom. It's that
Now,
guy's there.
This fucking guy. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this. Mama wants 12 lemons. Mama gets 12 lemons. I show up with 3. I fucking correct the situation. It's like he's in Chicago. He could walk out the door, go across
that
the
conversation
street.
would literally go, and I know this for a fact, actually. If he walked in with 3 lemons and I wanted 12, or if I wanted 12 avocados and he came back with 3 ripe ones.
Go ahead.
And I said, no, I need 12. He would go, okay, I'll go back. And then I would just go, no, it's fine. I'll go. And I'll be like, you know what? Never mind. Just don't worry about it.
That is not true. I would grab my keys and fucking go.
But I just wouldn't even I don't think I'd even care that much about it.
This is not about you. This is about the guy that
But
we're
you
talking
would
about.
say, I'll go back and get them.
I would go get him because that's what you want. I mean, that's stupid.
I think you would do it more if it was for a centerpiece than if it was for a meal, because I'm so weird about aesthetics. I really am.
100%.
Like when it comes to
100%.
people, you've seen when people come over, I like to make the meat and cheese tray. I like it to be perfect. I like to do this stuff. I like to have the lemons next to the lemon drink with the drink dispenser and all the stupid Pinteresty bullshit that ruins your life as a woman nowadays. But I think he would. If I was like, it was for a centerpiece, he'd be like, it's art. I gotta go.
Let me skip the lemons, if I may.
I've said what my baby wants, my baby gets 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let me skip the lemons and get to the pool table talk.
All right.
Okay. So, in jest, one day, in fucking jest, I say, yeah, I mean, we've got that Everett's going to be too big for the playroom. We could just
Which is a formal dining room.
Which is a formal dining room. I mean, or we could put a pool table in there, and it's quiet for maybe 10 seconds, and my wife goes, I think a pool table would be kick ass.
As long as it looks nice.
And I go, what? We're getting a fucking pool table, right?
I said, if I like the way it looks, and let's change the light fixture. Those were my stipulations.
We were poor and in debt.
Who?
Me and my ex-wife.
Which one?
The first one. And I said I wanted a foosball table. And she said, you know what? You work hard. You should get a foosball
Plus,
table.
y'all watched a lot of Friends,
I like
so
that
it was
you
charming.
I like that you say foosball table.
What are you supposed to say?
Foosball table.
Foosball.
It was a nice foosball table.
I will
too.
say this though.
Was it a tornado?
It
Because
wasn't.
I have a tornado. It's
It
right
wasn't
up
like a little cheapy one.
No.
When I moved in, though, it was on the house. The previous house was on its way.
Who are you talking about?
You.
We're talking about them.
I'm just saying, you got the foosball table that was just moved in.
Right.
You got the Galaga machine
With 89
You had built
video
a shrine
games.
to yourself
That's
on
right.
in the fucking in the game room
Xbox
upstairs.
One before it even fucking came out.
And it was moving, and you had Bowling for Soup shit on the walls downstairs in the kitchen out of spite because your ex-wife wouldn't let you put Bowling for
That's
Soup
right.
shit around
All
the
that
house.
shit. Guess
and
what?
I actually am glad that I swooped in right at that time because it would have been harder to rearrange shit whenever I could have.
Undo it later,
But
yeah.
I like the foosball table. That's fine. People play with it. I like the pool table because we got a pretty one that, with a pretty light fixture.
Pretty
I'm gonna
one
make it
what?
Pretty. The pool table's like a nice one. It's
Yeah,
not
the
like
fucking tornado foosball table is pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful, babe.
It's a badass fucking foosball table.
We were definitely this couple. We everyone came to our house.
Yeah.
everyone hung out at our house. We had parties. We had karaoke parties and foosball parties and
right.
What is it? Foosball.
It's foosball.
That's what I said.
We can't do karaoke parties because if me or Casey does karaoke, nobody else.
Everybody
will go.
has to leave.
Nobody
I
else.
don't know. Rich is pretty fucking good at karaoke.
Yeah, you are pretty good at that.
I'm not good at it.
You break
but
out Just Dance, we're all fucked.
Yeah, no shit. This motherfucker can dance. I know that you don't remember him as a good fucker, but he's a good dancer, and I guarantee you, he can fuck now.
We don't go anywhere together.
We just went to Ann Arbor together.
To Ann Arbor, to the Michigan Notre Dame game. You think screaming drunk kids and leprechauns doing backflips, that's fun. That's fun for me. Come on, man. I did that for you. How do you show up for me?
I'm up on the bus every goddamn day for you.
Come on.
I'm busting my ass to be the best tour guide in the damn city so I can make enough money to support both of us, and hopefully you won't have to work one day.
I want to work.
All I ask, Brooke, is that you show a little bit of appreciation, that I just get 20 minutes to relax when I come home instead of being attacked with questions and nag the whole damn thing.
You think that I nag you?
That's all you do. All you do is nag me. The bathroom's a mess. Your belt doesn't match. Hey, Gary, you should probably go work out. Nothing I ever do is ever good enough. I just want to be left the hell alone.
Here's the problem with this movie.
Okay, go ahead.
And I love this movie. I think it's great. I connect with it.
Same.
The problem is it wasn't balanced. There wasn't nuanced enough on both sides. He is just an asshole. In this, he's just an asshole.
Yeah, they didn't balance it until the retaliation.
She's perfect. She does nothing wrong the whole movie, and he's just a dickhead in random situations that just feel. I felt like, would he be that fucking harsh? I mean, would he really be that harsh? Yeah, I wish it had been more nuanced. I wish it would have been easy to see both sides of the argument.
Benefit of the doubt guy.
Here's the problem with that, is that they've gotten to this point. It's not like this is the first time he's been like that. Yes, can we whittle away at shit? Like, hey, come with it. It even happens at the end of the thing. Like, why didn't you ever say it like that? You know, he is taking everything at her being, and again, I don't disagree. I think that, dude, get up and fucking do the dishes. Plus, playing video games is fucking stupid. Anyway. So, like, why would you even do that if there's dishes to be done? Like, I don't fucking, Jesus Christ. Like, there's, in fact, just that whole thing drove me fucking crazy. And how is that relaxing? It's tension building. You're yelling at a 12-year-old kid, for Christ's sake.
Like, even as bad as it got between you and I, Shannon, when we talk about it now, and stuff that I'm like, she was dead wrong. She did bad. I didn't do anything to deserve X, Y, Z. All of that, talking about it now, where we can just sit down, there's perspective, there's things that we can compare it to, we've got other relationships that we're able to contrast with it before. Like, I can listen to her and I can go, yeah, I totally get it. I totally see why it went the way it went, you know?
Yeah.
It's everything's more nuanced, and I just felt like they sort of robbed us of it. Just seemed cheap to say, oh, he's the dick because he's the guy, and she didn't do anything wrong at all.
Right. But I don't feel like that's what happened. And in fact, so this Vince Vaughn, he's an idiot. You know, she's doing all of this stuff with and here's the thing. There's no person that exists in this world like this that is like, oh, I don't like nothing that you want to do. I never want to do it, and I never want to go out. And here's why. Because
I feel like you're agreeing with me.
I am agreeing with you.
You just said, okay.
But I don't think he's an asshole.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking... Okay, I do think he's an asshole.
Because he's a fucking asshole.
No, but I think it's been set up to be that way. Like, I feel like it's like, here's the relationship.
Like
it is
on
the way
script?
it is the way that... Well, yeah, sure. But
Like it was scripted?
But why wouldn't you just chip away at that stuff? You know, like, hey, you know what? Like, I think you're like this. And here's why. No, this one thing. Where she tells him at the first relationship she doesn't like flowers. I feel like
that's so true.
I feel like you hear I don't like flowers. You're not buying fucking flowers.
Boom.
That's the end of the flowers.
Yep.
You know, and I thought that right when I saw this, I was just like, oh shit, that's a
and
bitch
there's
thing.
a difference between
You know?
a girl that you met in college that says I don't fucking like flowers. That's stupid. Flowers are stupid. You know, they cost money. What, they just die anyway. Like, you're a college standpoint, and then a girl that you've been married to for 10, 15 years that like just wants you to know that you thought about her.
I
It's two
buy
different things. It's not
flowers
just
every
flowers.
week at the grocery store, or she buys
I do.
them. And I just said that. If I could get a chance
said
to
it at the
talk
exact
for Christ's
same
sake.
time.
Hit the bell.
So
I don't listen to the bell.
you have to listen to the bell.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen to
His name's on the show.
It is on the show. But we have fresh flowers in the house all the time. But it doesn't mean that I shouldn't send flowers to her every once in a while. And I sent them to her on Mother's Day, and she was super surprised, and it was nice.
But when a girl says she doesn't want flowers,
Yeah.
and you're going to say, okay, well, great, I just won't get her flowers because she's practical.
Right.
Like,
Replace it with
are you-
something.
exactly. What are you
Oh,
getting her
interesting,
instead?
interesting.
What are you doing instead?
Interesting, but at
doesn't
the
mean
sa-
just don't give me anything.
Yeah,
ever.
surprise date,
Yeah.
surprise
But
this,
it's-
surprise.
And everybody knows.
But it sort of does mean flowers, though.
You only send flowers to work or somewhere
Right.
public where everybody's going to see
Everybody
it.
can
That's
see
what
it.
I do.
Yeah.
That's
It
what I
doesn't
do.
matter
Yeah.
if you get them at home and
Exactly,
only
'cause-
Miss Kravitz across the street.
I got
sees.
Mother's Day flowers and it was sweet because it's for my kids and it was to the house and I quit working in October. That was sweet. If it was like a weekly thing to our house, it's like, okay, I literally go to the grocery store and buy flowers because I've always, since we met, I lived in a little apartment and no matter when he came over, I always had fresh flowers around my house. I just like it. Just kind of my thing. Doesn't mean I want them delivered. I just like to have them. I think they're aesthetically pleasing. So he would send them to me at work all the time. And since I haven't worked, clearly he can't just send me flowers to our house while we're together every second of our lives because we literally are like, let's go to lunch, let's go to a movie, let's do this, like let's just hang out all the time, like fuck our kids, let's not pick them up today, let's just, that doesn't happen. But like it was nice on Mother's Day, but I think if you sent them to me all the time at the home, it
I
would be the same.
literally just said all this. I just said all of that shit.
I know, I'm talking about it.
I know.
She's affirming you.
Oh, okay, same page. I love you so much.
I would send some more flowers tomorrow.
Yep.
Just
Apparently
to be
I
sure.
am. I'm buying them right now.
You were reading a little too much into the situation. There is no one she's running around with, okay? We had a fight over
You're probably right.
groceries I
She's
brought
probably
home.
not sleeping with anybody.
No, that's not what it's about.
Maybe she's with another guy, maybe she's not.
She's not.
I don't know. I'm not Columbo. Okay? But what we do know is that she doesn't want to be with you anymore. I mean, I hate to be shitty about it and so cut and dry, but let's face it. She said she doesn't want to be with you, and I believe her. And we got to figure it out. And you're going to need a place to go and lick your wounds while you get your head right over this.
I
You're
don't
going to
need a
stay
place
with
to go
me.
and lick my
You're going to
wounds.
stay with me. I'm not going to hear it.
I'm not moving out of the place.
Oh, you're not moving
No,
out?
I live within the place. I put half my money in the place.
Well, you're obviously not the one calling the shots in this case.
Yeah, but I own the place.
With her.
Yeah, but it's not up to her who gets to keep the goddamn
If you
place.
find out who she's sleeping with, maybe we could leverage it.
I want you to listen to me.
You listen to me. I'm gonna leave you a key.
I don't need a key.
Why?
Because she's gonna move out of the place.
Did she say she was moving out?
She will. She's gonna move out. I'm gonna keep the place. I'm not moving out of the place.
I'll leave you a key.
Never leave the house.
Oh, Jesus.
Never.
Here
I
we
What did I
say this
say?
every
What
time.
did I say?
Here we go. Casey.
Never leave the house.
We were watching this movie
Yeah.
and I literally just sat there and the whole entire conversation happened and I just go, fuck, this podcast is going to be awkward and weird because Rich is going to bring up the never leave the house. I'm like, I don't know if it's relevant even in y'all's situation, but it's just fucking gonna come up and it's gonna be weird. What the fuck?
All right, Rich.
Well, I didn't leave the house.
Rich,
right?
explain.
No, I said I didn't know if it was y'all's situation or not. I just knew it was gonna be.
Well,
No,
but-
I left the house.
Yeah, you asked me to leave the house.
And you said no, so I left.
Yeah.
Because you were told never to leave?
No, just because I
It was a
So you never even
thing.
experienced it. I
don't know if it was a-
It is a control thing, isn't it?
no, I honestly.
Did you not feel like, though, that, and did you leave the house with both kids?
No,
No.
we shared them.
No. But when you left, okay, so how long were y'all still in the house when you were still splitting up?
They didn't stay with me full time. They went
No,
back
they
and
came.
forth.
Yeah, they came back and forth.
Yeah.
No, but you left the house. I'm saying this:
Yeah.
the day or the night that you leave the house.
He would not let me take the kids the day I left the house.
Got it.
So I had to go tell 6-year-old Christian.
How did I not let you take the kids?
I don't remember, but I had to go tell him that I was going to a friend's house.
What did he say?
He cried and didn't understand why.
Yeah.
It was sad.
It wasn't a control thing. It was,
Who
I'm
taught
not,
you the never leave the house rule?
I just,
It
well,
really is instilled.
well, it just made sense to me not to leave. Because for me, it was like, I'm not quitting the marriage. I want to stay here and I want to work on it. This is our house.
Oh.
I'm not leaving. I'm staying. And I want to fix whatever is broken. That was going through my head.
But Shannon, to you, it was way beyond repair.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yes, and it kind of relates, a lot with this movie because I think that a lot of times in a relationship, women often, like I saw with Jennifer's character, she gave and gave and gave.
Yeah.
And like when she said, when do you show up for me?
Right.
And by the time he realized how broken it was and he started trying, it was already too late.
She was gone.
Right. So boys do have like a tendency to not have that, in them, or again, maybe they're focused on different things. Maybe our psyches are just set up in such a way where, like you said, he's out working. He thinks he's working, and he thinks he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And you know what? That's similar to this too. And not that you weren't, and you were raising 2 kids, and
Right.
I've always admitted that I neglected her. Look, we were young. I'll speak for myself. I didn't have the tools to know what to do.
I've heard you had the tool.
Even if I knew.
No, I think that
she can tell you that's probably
I think
not
that
true.
motherfucker's like 9 inches, dude. It's
not
gotta
9
be.
inches. I've told you how long it
It's
is.
gotta be.
Wow.
No, it's not.
It's gotta be.
Don't think
have
it's 9.
Yeah, it's not 9.
Not 9.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've always said that I neglected her. And she felt neglected, and then she was checked out before I realized that there was something wrong. Like, I didn't even realize there was something wrong before she was already checked out of the marriage.
Right.
I felt like a single mom, but I was married.
Yeah.
So I was still working and taking the kids to all their practices and games and recitals, and I was doing that by myself.
Yeah. Right.
And I resented.
Totally true.
Resented him a lot.
I think that's super common. I mean, I feel like it's very, very common, in today's, and
it wasn't like I was like, fuck you, go do all the shit I don't want to do. I was, in my head, I was going, okay, I've just started this career that's going to be amazing for all of us.
All of us, yeah.
And it was a panic. Oh my God, I have this one chance.
It's odd
I made
how
it in a career. I'm not even supposed to be here.
It's odd how
everyone doesn't even know that I'm not supposed to be here. I'm going to make sure that I just bury myself into this.
It's odd how priorities work, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we think that we're doing the best that we can, and we're not. And, sometimes we're not doing the best thing that we can for the people that we're doing the best thing we can for.
Right.
And I did that,
But it was just,
I did it, and,
we were young. We just didn't know how to communicate in that way yet. And she didn't know how to tell me that she was feeling neglected. I didn't know. And she probably tried. I'm sure she did. And I didn't know how to tell her that, hey, I'm doing this all for you. And you know what? If you need something from me,
and we also went to counseling a couple of different times, and we found out there that we were basically doing exactly what we saw modeled, within our own families. So we came into the marriage with expectations based on what our fathers and mothers' roles were in the household.
Yeah.
But they were very different.
Very
so we
different.
never talked.
It changes every 20 years.
In his house, his father was gone a lot as
working,
as in the military, and his mom ran the household.
Right.
That was her role. That was her, and she did a fabulous job of it. So that's what he expected, that I would sort of be in charge of the house and the kids.
Because that was my reference.
Yeah. And in my house, my dad did all the guy stuff. He did the garage, the cars, the trash, the yard, the bills, and my mom did all what I consider to be the girl stuff, the cooking, the shopping, the cleaning, and we both expected that, but we never talked about it with each other.
Yeah.
So then when we didn't get what we wanted, at least for me, I resented that he wasn't being like my dad.
Best thing that ever happened to me in my life was meeting Casey Yant. And her coming into the relationship going, we're going to communicate whether you like it or not. Like, we're going to communicate. And I am such a terrible communicator. I've gotten better, but in relationships I've been in the past, especially the big one, I like to hide things. I like to sweep them into the corner and fucking walk around it,
Yeah.
And because I just didn't want to get yelled at. And not that that's what her thing was. It was just previous relationships or whatever. And so I get it. I mean, but non-communication is what ended that marriage as well. It's very similar. I was out doing what I thought was best, and she was at home, and being a mom, and fuck a day. That's what happens. But this motherfucker though, they're still boyfriend girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a chance. Like, why would you not walk into that room after that argument? Why would you leave?
That's the thing is, like, the whole story would have changed if he'd walked into that room.
Or just go do the dishes. Why not?
Right, yeah, hear the clanking.
Go fucking...
But we saw pictures. We don't know the build-up to it. Like, that's the thing that I keep going back to in my head. He's totally being a dick, but, like, maybe he has come home from fucking work on days that she, and been like, Jesus Christ, just give me 5 minutes by myself, like...
Right.
You don't know the build-up of... We don't even know how long they've been together, do we?
No, not
like a year. It's like a year.
No, we don't know.
I thought we did.
God, they bought a house. That takes forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a lot together. Like, we don't know the buildup of the resentments. You just see in the moment right then. So it's like, what? Maybe that was his fucking snapping point of like, I'm not walking into this bedroom again.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, true.
Maybe maybe that's what happened.
I don't know. No dude walks that close and thinks about it. That's never happened. That was cinematic. Fucking justice.
It wasn't me. Like, I wouldn't have done any of that stuff that he did. I definitely would have. I'm sorry. I was upset.
Sure.
I definitely would have come in here and
I feel like the
smoothed it over.
move was 100% to not go in there. Is go clean the whole fucking thing up. She's asleep when you walk in there, and you go in there and you cuddle up behind her, and you say you're sorry and
make sure there's lots of clanking so she knows you're doing it.
No, see, I wouldn't do that.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Do you remember when you were an outdoor cat and you used to have to hunt and kill for your food? Well, you become an indoor cat. You've been getting your milk brought to you in a silver bowl, and guess what? Now you've been tossed back outside, and the alley has changed. For example, your MTV generation, your technology, your text message, your TiVo, you name it. People want their information faster. People email each other because they want to exchange information, Gare. They don't want to connect. They want results. You gotta get to the message quicker. And I want you to watch. It's real simple, okay? What are you doing, ladies? Well, here's what I'd like to do to you. First, I'd like to get you naked. And then I'm gonna take some saran wrap and I'm gonna wrap you up in it head to toe. And I'm gonna cut out 2 holes, one for your mouth so you can breathe, obviously, and the other one for... It'll be a gorgeous evening for us, babe. Pink is gorgeous. Jesus God.
Lucas, listen to me. I want you to listen to me.
There are drinks.
Listen to me.
You want your drink?
No, I'm fine. Thank you, LG. Thank us, Greg. Will you listen to me, please? You're my brother, and I love you very much. And maybe you do get laid tonight, but maybe you get arrested.
Arrested for what, babe? Being awesome?
There's a 1 out of 40 chance that line would work.
I feel like in that place probably. But would that be fun though? Wrapping a girl up in saran wrap? I'm trying to imagine that.
All I was thinking was like, they're
sweating.
gonna be so sweaty because that's like how you like try to like get down a couple inches for like a fucking that you like wrap yourself in saran wrap, sit in a sauna.
He's giving her 2 holes, one for her mouth and one for her.
No, she needs 2 for her nostrils. You can't just breathe out of your mouth. You'll panic. Everyone will die. It'll get weird.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to try to stick something in that hole as well.
Oh man, none of that sounds good at all.
Yeah, so she needs nostrils.
Also, P.S.
Those girls were totally into him until he fucking started getting weird about it.
Also,
too.
saran wrap is just dangerous. Like you could leave that laying around and a kid could suffocate with it later.
I don't think they have kids.
I think about it all the time.
How do you? I guarantee you they do.
We think about
I saw them. They have kids, or
kid.
Yeah, or they should have.
Oh
had
no!
It. Okay,
Oh,
what?
wow, that took a turn.
Abortion jokes? You guys don't fucking like them?
We essentially have like a thing
Dicks.
where like our housekeeper that comes once a week, probably thinks we're the weirdest or most fucked up or the just grossest people she's ever met in her whole entire life.
Yeah.
And one of the things I thought about last week was like, as I'm putting things away, I like think about her, right? Well, like I got another tattoo like last week. So I was like wrapped it with saran wrap like one night before I got this like other stuff on top of it. And it was like saran wrap and tape and all this shit like by our bed. And then like our sheets like got ripped. I don't know. Long story short, it got like ripped open. Like I like slept there, ripped it with my foot, the whole thing. And I'm like, it's just ripped sheets and saran wrap. Like she has to just like, I have to go through and be like, oh God, what is she not going to think is creepy?
You doing
The ding, ding, ding. Oh, there's Jared.
Hey.
Dude, I was just about to text you and be like, hey, pick up your Skype. Also, I sent you a Facebook and an email. Can you read those before we talk? But I didn't get a chance to send the text message. What's up with Lucy, Murray?
She says she's going to be Skyping from the parking lot.
Hey, this is weird. I'm Skyping Jared Spear right now, and there's a fucking cat behind him. That's weird. All right, Lucy, are you there? There she is. Lucy
Hey, sorry
Murray.
I'm late.
No, that's okay. So you were at the gym?
Yeah.
Now, so I guess what I'm assuming happened was you were fine for 8 o'clock. We moved it to 7, and then you had to finish your class, run out to the car, and here you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You still look really good after a workout.
I'm super sweaty. I think you're lying.
You're glistening.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Here's the thing about me: if I didn't mean it, I just wouldn't say anything. Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna play a game. It is called 5 Questions. Now, Lucy, I'm not expecting you to be able to write this unless you're so prepared.
I'm not.
Okay, I didn't think you were. And you're driving. Are you driving?
I'm not driving.
Okay.
there's cars behind
Well,
you.
there was a car behind you, and it made it look like you were driving
I'm
and
not.
FaceTiming, and I was just going to be like, holy shit, this is unsafe, but actually kind of kick ass. Jared Spear, you going to write down? You going to write down?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so we'll go to Lucy for her answers first, because again, now normally we only go to one person first every time, and that is Wendy Croft,
Right.
because she is known for cheating.
Right.
We used to have to do that with Dave
Rampant.
Murray, but Dave Murray
Went on vacation.
He demoted himself
Right.
on the show. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about the movie The Breakup. Thanks very much for joining us. The co-star of the movie The Breakup, who would be considered you could either think of him as the bartender or the best friend of the character that is played by the really awkwardly tall guy who's the main guy in the show. I realize I've just really went round and about this thing. The Jon Favreau character in this. Name another movie that Jon Favreau has done with our good friends. Why am I drawing a blank on the star of this? Vince Vaughn. Another movie that they've starred alongside one another. All right, let's go to Lucy Murray first. Lucy Murray, what you got?
Old school.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is incorrect. Jared Spear?
I'm drawing a blank on Vince Vaughn movies, so I got nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can think of another one other than Anchorman that he's in.
That is
None of
also incorrect, Jared. That is also incorrect. Yes, Rich Coleman in the back.
Swingers.
Good one.
Made.
Yep.
And then there's one more, I think.
Doesn't matter. Those two are the only two I knew. So
Yeah.
you're fine. All right. It is 0-0. You're both doing great. Question number 2 will, of course, be about the movie The Breakup. In the movie The Breakup, Jennifer Aniston is A, super hot, B, holy shit, is she fucking hot, god damn it, straight to hell, fuck me in the butthole, C, Jesus Christ, just fucking kill me, holy crap, or D, all of the above.
Make sure you write down your answers.
And Jared, we do need you to write this down.
I did.
So that Lucy cannot cheat. Lucy, what is your answer for this question?
D.
I'm sorry, the answer was B. No, I'm sorry. No, actually, I've been corrected. The answer is actually D. Jared Spear, what you got?
I wrote D.
D is
but I do
correct.
The answer for B, that is a D.
Yeah.
I forgot to clap last time.
Answer is D. You guys both have
Oh, no, they
1
got it
point, and those were both softballs. Holy shit. Even your dog got that one right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's humping the couch right now.
All right, let's go to question number 3. Shut up! Let's go to question number 3. This question will, of course, be about the movie The Breakup. In the movie The Breakup, what song or what artist sang the song that Jennifer Aniston plays on her stereo when she's throwing his clothes out of her room? What song or what artist sang the song that Jennifer Aniston plays on her stereo while she's throwing Vince Vaughn's clothes out of his room? All right, let's go to Jared Spear first. Jared, what you got?
You're going to let Lucy cheat?
Oh, shit. We'll go to Lucy Murray first. Lucy Murray,
Darn.
take a guess.
I don't think it was them, but how about the old 97?
That's close. They are in the movie, at least. Let's go to Jared Spear next.
I don't know if it's right. I thought, isn't that Alanis Morissette?
It is Alanis Morissette. Jared Spear, the ultimate breakup song. Some say written about Dave Coulier, who does the worst Pi impression in the history of impressions. Apparently that's not true, but who the fuck cares? All right, we'll go to question number 4 now. Question number 4, Jared Spear with a 2-1 lead over the amazing lead just needs a protein shake, Lucy Murray. Just because you just post workout and shit, you gotta do that. All right, here we go. Question number 4 will of course be about the movie The Breakup. In the movie The Breakup, what does Vince Vaughn's character do for a living? What does Vince Vaughn character do for a living? This is a broad answer. I'll accept any of his roles, by the way. Not movie roles. He doesn't always do the same job. That'd be fucking stupid. All right, let's go to Lucy Murray first.
He's a Chicago tour guide.
All right, let's go to Jared Spear.
So I said bus tours.
Those are both correct. You're both 1 point for each of you. By the way, I've done the bus tour in Chicago, and it's badass. It's actually a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
Because you don't even
I don't even see
know.
myself. Oh, there I am.
Hey! Look at
what's
that
up,
guy.
man?
What's going on, dude? How are you?
We all just got done working out. We want to die.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I'm here and not there, to be honest.
I'm jealous. You probably have a lot of fucking beer in front of you.
That is friend of the band, friend of the show, Scott Jackson, everybody, making an appearance right there. All right.
Woo!
All right, Scott. Good to see you, buddy. Like the sunglasses.
Thanks. Are you gonna keep her long? Because we got to go drink beer and eat tacos.
No, she'll be out of here in about 5 minutes, buddy.
Woo!
All right.
Party.
Sorry.
So no protein shake, I guess. All right.
Beer and tacos. Great post-workout.
Yeah. Where are we now? What happened?
I can't remember.
They both got it right?
Yeah.
They both got it right. Oh, the Chicago thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history there. It's a really fun tour. You should do it. Yeah. It's great fun. All right. It is now 4-3. We go into question number 5. Jared Spear on a roll. Absolute roll. Going for a win for the first time in quite a long time.
4-3? They both missed
Might be the first time.
They both missed the first question. It is now 3-2.
There you go.
And we're going into question number 5.
Yeah.
All right, question number 5. It is 3-2. I don't think it matters. There's a 1-point deficit either way you point it.
I completely agree, but
we need
maybe someone in the audience is
we
tallying
need a
up
scoreboard
total
here.
scores.
We totally need a scoreboard in here. All right, question number 5, and this will be it from me. This will of course be about the movie The Breakup. Right here. So glad you guys are here. Jared Spear, Lucy Murray, playing the game of 5 questions. Once syndicated on the Game Show Network, but our host died. Here we go. Question number 5 will, of course, be again about the movie The Breakup. In the movie The Breakup, Vince Vaughn meets Jennifer Aniston by ordering a what at the baseball game? By ordering what? Let's go to Lucy Murray first.
A hot dog.
All right, let's go to Jared Spear.
Hot dog.
Hot dog is correct, guys. That is correct. He actually ordered 6 hot dogs and wondered if they were going to go eat after the game. Amazing. All right, guys, you're both doing great. It is now 4-3 as we go into Rich's bonus question.
All right, so your answer options are, we're doing a little reverse question here. Your answer options are 0, 2, 5, or all 12 of them.
So we have to get their answer first, correct?
Yeah, get the answer first, and then I'll give you the question.
All right, so do you know the answers? Lucy, do you know what your answer is?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
0.
She was 0.
Okay.
Jared Spear?
I'm going with all 12.
All 12.
All right. So the question is, how many lemons could Cole Hauser shove in those saran wrap holes?
Okay.
The answer is actually probably 2. It depends on where the second hole is.
Who the fuck is Cole Hauser?
He's the brother at the club.
Oh, okay.
He's going to wrap that girl in saran wrap.
Right.
He's going to make a hole or her mouth and then another hole,
Shove
and then
it
they left.
at her mouth.
Right. So
All
if
right.
the other hole is at her vagina, then probably just 2, right? 2 lemons.
But is she wrapping both girls?
But if it's in the behind, you
Right.
could probably get 4 up
We
there.
should introduce her to the 3 guys up inside him
Sit
guy.
out.
Playing Price is Right rules.
Yeah, what's the
I think the answer is 2.
The answer is 2. And what did he say?
If we're being realistic. He said all 12 of them.
So he overbid,
yeah.
and she said 0.
He's a little
That makes
kinkier
sense.
than
I believe that's
Then
a
Lucy
tie
Murray.
then. It's a tie.
Yep, tie.
That's right. Guys, unfortunately, Will did quit the show, so we do not have a tiebreaker. So I want to congratulate both of you guys for not winning. You're not losers, but hey, you didn't win, did you?
We have a super hard question.
What?
Over here.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever attempted by a ex-wife of Rich. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Which one?
The first one. We do have Shannon here to ask you Shannon's super hard question.
Oh, boy.
All right, now, so who gets this one? If they both technically missed that, Lucy's behind one, so she gets to answer this for all the marbles.
Right.
All right. Okay, Shannon, go ahead.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What did Jennifer Aniston's boss call the name of the special wax procedure she suggested to make Vince Vaughn jealous?
Oh, I know what it is. I know this one. I've got it.
I have no idea.
Jared, do you want to take a wild guess?
I think it was her name, but I don't remember.
That is incorrect. It was the Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas.
Meaning that she was going bear.
Right.
Which means that is one thing that I wouldn't find attractive about Jennifer Aniston.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
know
right.
that.
You like
Yeah,
Bush.
I like a bush.
For some weird reason.
Something on there. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, it's been fun. It's been great. You guys tied. Everything's awesome. Lucy, go have some tacos. Have some beers. And wait a minute. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. It's party night. Now, what are you gonna go? And in no way do I mean this other than I really just want to know. Are you like gonna go shower first and stuff? Or are you saying fuck it? I'm just going like this and glistening.
No, there's 4 of us that always go to this class on Friday night, and then we walk across the street to the taco place.
Got it. All right. Well, enjoy those tacos. Jared Spear, what you got going on tonight, sir?
I haven't decided yet. Probably gonna play some more bass for a little bit and finish up this one song, and then I might go out. I don't know yet.
All right, buddy. Well, whatever you do, have some fun this weekend. Both of you guys, happy Memorial Day. Enjoy your weekend. Please stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Uber's fucking cheap. And fucking shut up, dog. And I love you guys. Y'all be safe, okay?
You too.
Yeah. Later.
Bye. Shut up, dog.
What are you doing?
I'm sketching
And where are you sketching?
in the living room.
No, in my bedroom. And I didn't say anything to you, Brooke, when you so arrogantly claimed the bed without asking me. But you can't just waltz into my room and turn it into a damn art fair.
Gary, I've only taken up a little bit of space.
I don't care if you only took an inch. There might not be a door here, but this is my domain, okay? I don't go into your bedroom and set up a goddamn sawhorse.
Well, then what the hell is that pool table doing in the dining room?
Because that's a common area. And that's where this belongs. Not in my room.
Hey, what are you
It belongs in another common area.
Gary,
People want to come home and they want to relax in their room.
Gary, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't you drop
I don't know what to tell you, kid. This is how I am when I'm single. My hours start to get pretty strange. Might be time for you to think about moving out.
Why would I'm not moving anywhere. And Gary, just please turn the volume down.
You know, but I don't tell you what the hell to do in your room. You can doodle, you can dance, you can break the goddamn gingerbread house. I don't give a shit. But in my room, I want to relax and watch my highlights and complete surround sound experience.
Does anybody actually come home and relax? Is that a thing? Because
Yes.
I've never done that before in my life.
Because you work from home.
I know, but well, guess what? When do I'm like, who the fuck comes home to relax?
Me.
Also, P.S. Like this whole fucking thing could have been avoided by him coming in and going,
Not being a dick.
well, get a beer, sit on the fucking edge of the couch, turn on ESPN.
So here's my theory.
watch her paint.
Right.
That's my
Right.
thing. I was actually thinking about this when I saw this scene, and we've actually been in a fight or two. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No,
You
we
and
haven't.
Jarrett.
Maybe nobody's ever.
P.S.
No,
Can I
not-
just throw something in on this scene, by the way? ESPN is on. Linda Cohn is the announcer.
You
also
love her.
gets credit. No.
It's your friend's wife.
Yes, I do. No, I love her. But no, that's different. That's Rachel Nichols.
Okay.
Linda Cohn, I'm mentioned in her book as the equivalent of meeting David Cassidy.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Go ahead, babe.
Who's David Cassidy? I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm
Nobody-
joking. I'm joking. Okay.
By the way, you guys may have
I
been
make
on
a
a
lot of
fight.
I'm young jokes.
You guys may have been on a fight on this podcast that I had to edit around so it didn't sound like you were
Which time?
before we did video live.
Oh yeah, I would never. Yeah, never on a video. Anytime we got in a fight on a video, I just fucking went somewhere else. Like I just fucking was like, I'm staying downstairs. So I can say like if this was our house and our situation, and he left the house for any reason and came home, and I know this because I do like to paint and draw, and that's kind of
Right.
my thing. I honestly believe that no matter where I was in the house, I don't give a fuck if it was like on his side of the bed. If I was sitting there and painting a picture, I don't think he'd ever fuck with it. I think he'd literally just like, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to watch. Because I think that it wouldn't...
100%.
We couldn't be in the biggest fight we've ever had. I don't think he'd
I
ever
think
even like tell me to get the fuck out if
Never.
I had paints out.
No.
I think the biggest asshole in the world wouldn't have done what he did. You
No.
don't just walk in and just fucking start yelling at her like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's just sitting there sketching quietly.
He's hurt.
In a little confined thing.
He's hurt.
You walk in and she's in a tank top and booty shorts.
Yeah.
No bra.
Please.
All white. She has a bra on, by the way.
No,
or
she
you-
does.
She does. Or you'd be able to see them things.
I saw her bend
Trust.
over and those things went whoop.
I'm
like
going to tell
they're
you
supposed
right now, there's a bra.
False. So
Maybe it's a loose bra.
I'm just saying, like,
Maybe it's a bralette.
Bralette.
I just don't think I could ever even see you. I mean, I think I could have literally done the worst thing I've ever done to you in the world, and you'd be so upset and still not yell at me.
But
like
he's
that.
not a dick. That's not the point. This guy's a total asshole. But I
Mhm.
even think total assholes, if in this situation, would still not come in guns blazing like that. I mean, he just came in guns blazing.
Yeah, but you also have to think like this dude's
He's
different.
hurt.
He's all exactly. He's hurt.
He's hurt.
Never. He's not a communicator.
She broke up with him.
Yeah, and he's taking it. That's all he's saying in his head is she said, "I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done." So he's
And
like
they've lived their
retaliating.
lives that way.
He's
I'm sorry,
retaliating
but
constantly.
she did not break up with him.
She said, "I'm
Totally
done."
agree. I 100% agree.
It
was a bad
is
fight.
reaching out constantly to him.
100%. I agree.
Constantly.
Yep, I totally agree.
Be something we can get. Shoe. Shoe is so jack. Draw something different. No one's getting it. Was it a smaller shoe?
Baby shoe.
Smaller shoe.
Shoes.
Baby shoes. Baby shoes. Smaller shoe. Gum shoe. Smaller shoe.
Bigger shoe.
Running Olympics.
Inside the
And inside the shoe. A bubble station lining a shoe. You gotta stop pointing at the shoe. No one's guessing shoe. Stop pointing at the shoe and draw something different. God damn it! No one's guessing shoe. You drew a big shoe, then a small shoe, and no one got it. You gotta draw something different. Everyone said shoe 7 times.
Just sock, asshole.
He even said
You call
inside a
yourself
shoe.
an artist? A 3-year-old with a box of crayons can do a better job than this.
You're not sorry I'd have the great talent of standing on top of a big red bus and pointing out architecture that other great men have built.
Oh, I'm the one who should be sorry, Brooke. I shouldn't sit here and pick on your art.
No,
because you
you
got the
shouldn't.
nuts part down, Picasso. All you have to do is cut off your freaking hair.
No, you idiot, and your insults are much more effective when they're accurate.
Don't talk to me about being
I
goddamn
can talk to you
accurate.
about anything
you
I
couldn't
want.
even draw a sock.
You don't do
Everyone
anything
said
right.
shoe.
At first, I figured that the split was just something temporary, something that you two would work out and get past. But after tonight, I think it's pretty clear that you two genuinely do not want to get back together.
There's not a shot in hell.
Gary,
I
got you.
That's their realtor. Doing
He's just
fucking
helping them out.
Yeah, because you think it's their therapist.
Yeah, it
And
does
then
seem like that.
And he dives into the realtor
That's
part.
the intervention on
It's
Yeah.
scary.
He's a douche again. What a total douche.
Who's a douche?
Jason Bateman.
No,
No,
Vince
Jason
Vaughn.
Bateman's
Vince
the
Vaughn
shit.
is a
No,
fucking.
because he
Yeah,
goes-
the worst.
No, but Jason Bateman sucks. He's like, that's why I think that as a friend I should waive the commission.
Oh, yeah, but
and
he
they're all
can't.
like,
But I
thank
can't,
you, thank
'cause
you.
I'm not.
Right,
but
we
because
can't.
of the company, I can't
Yeah,
do
the
that.
man-
But I'd
the
love
man
to.
says- Yeah,
All right.
just Jason Bateman is so fucking great. But I think just the lead up to game night where Vince Vaughn calls her Tanya Harding.
Oh, yes.
That was good.
It's such a good fucking
Also,
line.
but here's the thing: like, if somebody goes, I don't know, where is the food? You figure it out. First of all, I could never do that. I would have an anxiety attack. I could not leave the laundry. I could not feed people. I can't fucking do it.
Tap water.
You
Yeah.
order fucking pizza and you order some Cokes. That's
Something.
the end of
I'm
the
gonna be
story.
honest. The fucking Kraft slices and the bologna up.
And no, there was
It
gum.
looked fun.
There was
gum. Really
Gum.
experiment. Yeah,
That
it looked
easily
good.
could have been any party that Rich and I ever had together if it weren't for me.
No. Full credit.
So I
Full
don't know if you
credit to
paid
her for
attention
that.
to the
I think Jarrett would at least order a pizza.
Riches on. Dude, I'm a good party maker.
But I'm a good hostess.
Party. Yeah, you are. You're fucking great at everything, baby. We're not. We're talking about boys. And here's the thing. Rich had a party. And Rich had Chick-fil-A cater.
I did catering from Chick-fil-A.
And so he had like this mound of fruit, mound of chicken nuggets, and he ordered like double chicken salad sandwiches.
I love the chicken salad sandwiches.
Well,
at
I do
Chick-fil-A,
too.
And they don't sell them anymore.
I know.
I got you one for your birthday one year.
Guess why?
I never knew you liked those, by the way.
Guess why? Because nobody else fucking likes them. So those fuckers, the tray was stacked as tall as possible.
It was in the tender.
Nobody ate one.
So in the video, you see the thing seems to last.
I would have eaten them, but I wasn't invited to that party.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Well, there was all
I had too many already.
Yeah, I know.
all the ladies.
Now, how about Jason Bateman again being in Game Night, and he's now in a movie called Game Night?
Yeah, that movie's so good.
It's a fucking funny.
I actually
movie.
thought it was gonna suck. It was kind of like a sidestepping movie. Like, okay, we have all these movies coming out, also Game Night. Like, we went and saw it, and it was fucking hilarious. Like on a whim, like on an accidental date night.
It seemed funny.
All right, 3 points. Go.
All right. Vince Vaughn in this scene is my dad. Yes. Right?
I'm going to have to plead the fifth on
All
that
right.
one because I'm trying to get back
that's
in
right.
their
You're trying
good
to get
graces.
back good graces. The other thing is, you and I, when we were married, dominated game nights.
Yes.
Always. Because we just read each other's minds. Like, I would just, like, it was Pictionary, and it was like, you know, like
Other
sycamore
couples
tree.
would break up.
Yeah,
it would be like sycamore tree, and I would draw something that I knew that would make her think of sycamore tree that no one else would even think of. So I could draw a dog, and she goes sycamore tree.
We were like the couple in 4 Christmases that played.
That was like,
played taboo
yes,
or
on a
yeah.
beach, naked,
doing
it. That girl's so fucking funny. I love her so much.
Yeah.
Pictionary, charades, any of that we dominated. With Balderdash, we did pretty good at.
I'm pretty fucking good at Pictionary because I can fucking draw shit.
Yeah, I could draw.
Let's talk about the in-laws, though. So
No, she went back in.
No, but when you get a divorce, you obviously, you know, I mean, it's the weirdest thing in the world. It was like for me, it was crazy because me and my mother-in-law were like best friends.
Which one?
But I mean, like we talked and like she gave me recipes and I cooked the recipes and like there was just all the. I mean, it was just like,
they were adopted family.
This was a relationship, and like the day that it's over, it's just over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's weird. And there's a whole thing that happens where you, in fact, we had a pool party the day that we decided we were getting a divorce, and
it was planned ahead of time.
Yeah,
they had a whole PR thing about their divorce.
No, not that. You were
going to send out flyers.
We were, but we didn't.
It was an animated video.
We didn't do it, but it was badass. She didn't think it was funny.
During our divorce, I gave you full permission as long as you made me look skinny.
Done. I've already had the character drawn. So, but like those hugs are weird. Where it's like, hey, we're still gonna, dude. You know, my father-in-law, like he's still, you're my boy. You know, and then the mother-in-law kisses you on the cheek, and that's it. And then you go to basketball games and you don't sit together and shit. It's fucking weird.
So, I had a tumultuous relationship with your mom. Right? It was kind of a...
She was just judgy, that's all.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the whole you becoming an atheist thing that...
How did she know?
What do you mean? I don't talk to her?
Was it really that much? Like,
I didn't know that, by the way.
Was there really that much
But it was before
religion?
that.
No, hold on. I'm asking a question.
So,
is there really that much religion associated with that?
Well, when Rich and I, like I said, I mean, he went to church with me before. If he had ever said to me when we were dating, oh, I can't go to church with you or, you know, go with your mom on Mother's Day because I might be an atheist, we probably wouldn't have gotten married.
Interesting.
You know, but...
First of all, not an atheist.
No, but he went through a period.
Agnostic.
He you told me because he was.
He just learned that.
Well, he
like,
was figuring
from
it out.
Tim
He was
Toole.
learning. He got
Right.
into. He at one point said to me, "I believe I'm agnostic," and then at some point he said, "I might even be atheist," and that's when something kind of shifted. I was like, "Whoa, wait a second! Like if you don't, I understand not knowing what you believe, but to say you don't believe that." There's a higher power. You don't believe that there's a God. Like, I don't know if I can grow old with you if we're that fundamentally.
I put that I was an atheist on my MySpace.
Hold on.
And my mom came in my room and she goes, "I would rather you come home and say you were pregnant." And I said, "Well, Mom, I'm pregnant." And she was like, "Fuck you," because I wasn't pregnant, and walked out. Of
Hold
the
on. Let's back up just a second. So we're talking about the
On a lighter
relationship,
note.
the relationship between rich and your parents. But also, you did say, we've already discovered that him working a bunch, you know, like that being his life was, you know, detrimental to the marriage or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you're saying that.
So when I'm 9 months pregnant in July mowing the lawn,
Jesus Christ.
That's the kind of stuff that's going to piss off my parents.
Your
mama. Yeah.
Exactly.
In my defense, she told me that she wanted to do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they want flowers, Rich.
Everybody wants and doesn't want things. You have to go, you know what? I know you want to do it, but I actually
and don't
prefer
mow
to
the
do
lawn
it
when
for
I'm
you.
pregnant.
Here's how I handle.
Get in here.
I'm consistent in this. I didn't want to. I don't want to mow the lawn. I never wanted to mow the lawn. Mowing the lawn is bullshit. I don't
Yet
like
it has
mowing
to
the
be
lawn.
mowed.
I don't. No. What I did is I worked my ass off so that I could hire someone to do my lawn. Now I don't do lawns. I haven't done a lawn
Except he didn't hire anybody to do it.
No, because I wasn't there yet. But I knew in my head that I'm not gonna do lawn work. I'm gonna do something so I don't have to do
hold
lawn
on.
work.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that you don't want to do lawn work. You
Correct.
don't, and you're saying that at that point.
By the way, you don't do lawn work.
You didn't.
No, I hire somebody.
But he hires somebody.
But guess what? Guess what I
But
did in
you
high
didn't
school? I
then.
fucking did lawns. Guess
I did
what-
too.
Guess what I did in my fucking first marriage? Fucking did lawns.
I did too.
Which one?
Oh, sorry. Which one? No, you didn't.
Did I do the lawn?
She just said you didn't.
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
You're
saying that I never mowed the lawn?
She said
you
she
always
didn't.
mowed the
You
lawn?
never.
She's saying she did
I
it
just
pregnant.
know I
That's
did.
all
I
that
think
matters.
the point is that when she was pregnant, she was mowing the
She was
lawn.
mowing the
remember
lawn
that.
when she was pregnant.
That's
And she
fucked
told
up.
me she wanted to do it because she wanted to get this baby out of her.
Oh, that's bullshit. All you do is
Jesus
have sex
Christ,
with her.
Rich.
That was the rules. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm
or eat
not
something
saying
spicy. That's what I did at my dad's house, and I had a fucking jalapeno.
I'm not saying I wasn't young and
Baby
stupid
out.
and made bad decisions back then. I'm not saying that at
Nobody's-
all. Looking
nobody's
back
sa-
on it now, of course.
Nobody's saying that you're not.
But I'm just saying. But at the time, it was like, okay, you want to mow the lawn because you want to work the baby out of you.
Let's
Fine.
talk Teen Mom.
What was happening while? Hold on.
All right.
Case,
so anyway,
hold on. Case,
so anyway,
hold on.
So the in-laws.
Guys,
so the in-laws. You brought up the subject. So her dad is amazing, and her. I love your mom too, of course. But her dad is something else. He's a very special person.
He's pretty special. Yeah.
And
I'm a daddy's girl.
I
I'm an only child.
didn't ask for her hand in marriage, and that didn't sit well with either of.
It
of-
didn't
Why
sit
would you
well
not
with-
do that?
Because I was stupid.
He was a
I
kid.
was
He was
young
a
and
kid.
dumb and scared to death.
All right. So
Yeah.
And
he
he
was
was
a
a
kid.
very intimidating. He's
Hold
a
on.
really tall guy.
hold on. Just relax.
Like Vince
relax
Vaughn
for a
tall?
second. Relax.
Yeah,
for a
like
second.
taller.
You were scared to do it.
He's a spaz.
Yeah, no,
You didn't-
scared to death.
You were scared to do it,
Yeah,
and
it felt awkward. I just was like, it just wasn't. It just was awkward, and it.
now
seemed
had you met
forced
them
and-
before?
Yeah,
Like,
I met them.
Had
a
you
couple
spent any
times.
time with them?
Not quality time,
right.
no.
And so it was really quick.
He's a very quiet person.
Okay.
He does not talk.
All right, but
So especially when you don't know him, he'll just say very small, profound things.
Okay.
But as you get to know him, that's what makes him so special. He's just a
I think
great.
didn't he even write you a letter or something
I'm not
after
su-
we
yeah, possibly.
broke up? Yeah.
Go see Mishka, my personal waxer at the spa. Ask her for the Telly Savalas. The Telly Savalas. Oh, compliments of M. Dean. Then go show Gary your immaculate canvas and let him see another man eager to paint it. Got it? Got it?
also
Sponsored.
the whole time, are you thinking, man, I wish I was a cameraman? You know?
Well, there had to have been some props and still, but like, I just wonder, like, so do you know who Telly Savalas is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's bald,
Right. It's
Yeah.
Kojak.
balder than bald.
Kojak.
of
Vlog.
course.
I feel like if I did that because of your weird preferences,
You would lose me.
no, I think that I was for sure going for it with somebody else. 'Cause that's how you-
100%.
It's how you met
yeah.
me. It'd be how I'd leave you. Like, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, because you were bald back then, and now you're
So,
not.
like,
yeah.
Like,
That's
what
true.
would that?
Well,
Like, what would the conversation
This
be
is
there?
news to me that you're not bald.
No, I keep a very low grade, low profile.
Is it just like a
Like a landing
short
strip?
carpet?
Oh no.
Very
It's-
short.
Well, I mean, Stop it.
I'm like a 15-year-old boy that can't grow a beard.
I want her to.
Like,
I want her to just let it go, no matter what. Let it go.
but he keeps singing that song, so I won't.
Yeah. So there's that thing.
I went out with one girl. It was after our divorce, and which
Thanks for clarifying that.
Your divorce. So and she was just fully muffed,
and you didn't like it.
And I kind of thought it was sexy.
It's the shit.
It's
Especially
not the
if
shit.
they have.
I
like,
want fully bald.
But not everybody can have a National Geographic
if you-
giant black.
Especially if you like
bush.
push their legs back and they have a little hair in their butthole. Oh man, it's the best. Why do you think that's gross?
It's weird.
It's natural.
All right. First of all, I totally remember.
Oh God!
'Cause
Please
you
don't
went
say
through
anything about a
stages.
hairy butthole
No,
because
no,
that
no.
is not kind.
No.
Did you have a?
I don't remember.
Because no one ever knows that they have that.
I don't remember any of
That's
that.
a fucking. That's not a topic that's talked.
I don't remember any of
even
that.
mean to say it. Did you ever have like a big red bush?
Yes.
I don't.
No,
know.
no. When we first started dating, you had
Farce?
a full.
Far started dating, which is weird.
You had a full, the whole
Full
kit
frontal.
caboodle.
Yeah, 'cause
and then
that-
as
yeah,
our
that was a
relationship,
different decade.
Yeah.
as our relationship progressed, she
Got
was.
smaller and
I
smaller.
say this though, like I hated the idea of having anything down there for like probably a full year while we were together. I hated the idea. I just wouldn't do it. Hindsight and like future tense. If he ever dumped me, like I'm just like strictly going for older guys because it's so much easier. You just like go around the edges and
I'm an older guy, and I don't like that.
down the
Yeah,
no,
but
down
you're
the road,
also
but like
ridiculous,
Low. But if it
so-
was like a low trim situation, you'd be
Shannon,
I
you
tolerate,
keep,
but I
Shannon,
don't like it.
Shannon, you keep nothing down there now.
No, there was a point.
You're not in this conversation.
There's a point that she went
Jesus
full
Christ, Shannon.
Brazilian or whatever.
It's
and
a
she
different
did
point
nothing.
now.
Is it weird that he still speaks for you?
And
He never spoke for me.
after
No, I
this many
didn't.
years,
There's a landing strip.
at a girl.
no. Get rid of
One,
like a
2, 3,
two-guard.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, 10, or 11. It's the Richter scale again.
Jennifer Aniston. Here we go. Hair 11, and you got to give it to she.
She's a hair
invents
icon.
Exactly. You have to give
She's
her
my
11.
spirit animal.
She's everybody's.
Eyes
best.
11. It's almost weird that she has blue eyes, and they're like beautiful blue eyes because she's like Greek
But not like
and
the
stuff.
Christmas Story guy.
No,
Yeah. All right.
sure. Not right.
Nose 5. She looks like someone punched her in the nose.
she's Greek.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever. Mouth 10. She's got like perfect teeth, but her lips aren't as full, so I couldn't get her the 11. Face, I give her 11, regardless of her nose, because it just works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just fucking works.
Well, she's flawed, but that's what's so great about her.
It's yeah.
A little asymmetry sometimes
Exactly.
actually works better in the golden triangle
Fun fact.
situation.
Yeah.
Victor Kiriakis on Days of Our Lives is her uncle.
We have actually talked about.
Well,
that.
guess what?
I didn't know that.
I
We
watched
have talked about
that
it.
show too.
I did
and
too.
I have also said they're also estranged.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, and they did not talk for a very long time.
You sure you're not mixing her up with Brad Pitt's other wife you're thinking of?
I've already said this
Okay.
before.
All right. Just checking. Arms 11, boobs 6. I mean, it's a great 6, but you got to give.
In the little short these dresses.
she's very thin in this movie.
She is very thin.
Very thin.
Yeah. I give
I
her
mean,
point-
she looks.
I
she's
give her
very
points for that in
svelte.
other areas. So waist 11 because she's super thin.
'Cause she's
In
fucking
those jeans at the
Rachel.
beginning. Hey, in those jeans at the beginning of the movie.
With the belly shirt.
Is that fucking insane? Why did that go away? Why did the hip hugger jeans and the belly shirt go away?
They're
Because
coming
everyone
back.
everyone
They're
got
back.
fat, and we like to pull it
Oh,
up above
well,
our belly buttons. Don't be a dick.
you guys fucked
Don't
up.
take this away from me, Rich.
All right, ass 9. It's a great ass. It's a 9. Come on. I just have to give some room for other. Anyway, legs 11. Overall, I give her 11. She's in my top 5.
She's
girls
on your
of-
list. She's on your laminated card.
Exactly.
Yes.
Top 5 of all time.
Yes, on Friends. Yes.
A total of 9.7.
Okay, that's interesting. I actually thought for some reason in my head that you didn't like her.
No, she's in my
I
top
felt
5.
like it had come up before in podcast, and I was like, oh god, I can't wait for fucking Rich to fucking bash Jennifer Aniston like she's not a perfect goddess
Jennifer Aniston.
of a human who's probably crazy. Jarrett has decided
What?
that there's something has to be wrong with her. Is your thing?
100%, because she continues to get dudes who are like amazing, perfect fucking dudes. But also, I just feel like she shops at the wrong stores. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if
You
she,
think she just farts a lot, or like?
well, no, because I would
Isn't
think
she
that was
all Ralph
hilarious.
Lauren? Like
But
that's
Brad
her
Pitt
style.
That's not what I was saying. Like if she farted all the time, I would think that shit was funny.
What if
and
she
I'm a
wants
fucking
to like?
catch.
What if her thing is like, I just really want to put my butthole up your nose and I just want to fart in it when we have sex?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know a lot of dudes that wouldn't think that was great.
From Jennifer Aniston or just in general?
From Jennifer Aniston.
From Jennifer. She could
Yeah.
fart in my face. I think
Not in
Yeah,
my
see.
nostrils.
No, well, we'll see.
Maybe.
I mean,
I'm thinking it over.
if it ever comes up, will you please do it?
You're not allowed
Why?
any of the
with
information.
saran wrap.
Why would you not do that?
In case it's
You
a
wouldn't-
shart.
You wouldn't do that for me.
From
You
another.
wouldn't for me. You wouldn't let Jennifer Aniston naked fart in your face.
Another
No.
Jennifer Aniston.
Because you know what I would do for you. Who's that Gerard Butler? You like that guy?
No, that's
yeah.
been a lot. I mean, he's fine. Yeah,
He's
I guess.
still
Yeah.
really
Good.
cute.
I'm glad because I would never let him fart on me ever.
Like Jason Momoa is like big giant.
Oh my
butt.
god.
Oh my
He
god!
is-
But guy farts are different.
You said Gerard Butler.
Oh, I gotta.
I did not say drug butler.
I gotta
Jason
talk about this.
Momoa could put saran wrap
All of it.
anywhere on me.
Poke all the holes
and
you
do
want.
whatever
Oh
he
my
wants
god,
to.
Shannon, stop it!
So I've been watching this show
Love that.
because I've been sick and I'm working from home
Was
for
it
the
Game
last
of
3
Thrones?
weeks. I've been watching a show called Dating Naked on VH1,
Ooh, that's an interesting. I saw the concept of that.
and
No, I saw like the preview. Like the concept's interesting.
it's kept me going. I mean,
That
it's
would
kept me.
suck. That's like the most horrifying thing in the world.
It really is.
Jared.
All right, so normally if there's a man's butt on the screen, like on a movie or whatever, I put my thumb over it, or I hold my hand up.
Do they
and I
show
cover
it?
the butt.
Like, I'm
yeah, they're
smashing
all
it.
butts all day long, and that's what I'm saying. So
They
I'm
blur it,
working.
like on Naked and Afraid.
So I'm working.
I watched it.
Oh, they don't blur. They don't blur it on VH1. So I'm working. I can't
They
put
don't
my
blur the
hand up.
butts on VH1.
No, I can't.
If you
put my
watch
hand-
Naked and Afraid on VH1, they don't blur it.
It's not on the same network, so
They-
no.
yeah, not
They
different number.
don't blur the butts on Naked
damn
and
it.
Afraid unless there's
No, they do
balls
like
showing.
No, they do like a blur on all of them, like a little
Like
bit on the crack.
No, they
'Cause we
show
got this,
full
uh,
butts. If there's
We got to
pads
figure this
hanging
out
down.
because this Macy from
Teen Mom.
Teen Mom 2 or
Nope,
Teen Mom is going to be on there.
on
And
Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, we gotta
Celebrity
see-
edition.
Oh,
gotta
cool.
see her butt.
All right,
Four
Okay,
inches.
let me
Becca.
get through this. So, obviously, when I'm working, I can't put my hand up and cover the men's butts every time because there's just butts everywhere. There's just constant butts, constantly. So I haven't been able to cover up the butts. So I've been seeing a lot of men's butts and a lot of women's butts. I've actually changed my opinion on what I consider a good-looking women's butt based on this show.
I
And
love
that-
a good man butt.
Men's butts look
They're muscular and
they're
pretty.
They're up and perky and bubbly. And I think that because I'm not, first of all, I'm not an ass man. I'm a boob guy. Everyone knows that. So I don't really pay attention to the butt that much. But I just sort of assumed that a good butt is the big, up and perky. And now I'm going, that's a guy's butt. I don't even want that. I like a little hang to it, kind of a teardrop on both sides. I think that's very feminine,
You like
very
man butts.
womanly.
I got it.
Little cellulite.
Yeah, also-
when comparing
Some
butts,
dimples.
Everyone knows that.
I go over to that style of a butt. So that was a big deal to me this week.
Everyone thinks that a woman's butt should be like 2 parentheses, and it's not. Like that's a man's butt.
That's a man's butt. So if you like
A
that
woman
butt, you
is-
like
is-
men.
It's not even a W. It's like 2 U's or a woman's butt.
I like
Sometimes
when it,
like whiter.
I
and
like when
more.
it hangs down so much. It's the fucking best ever. Like it, just girl butts are the
so
shit.
much.
I don't give a fuck. Like I just like a little hang down.
Jared just likes
Hang
naked
down with
people.
I just
hair
never
from
had
the
the
butthole.
Yeah, I just never had
I
the
didn't say hair from the butthole.
Well, you
I
did
said-
mention a lot of
You
butthole
said
hair.
butthole hair.
I said if the vagina is so hairy that there's a little bit on the butthole, I
Oh,
like
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there just because I feel like I'm like gonna be a victim
You
of
shave
this
your
later.
butthole.
What if
yeah.
there's
Oh,
a
it's
hemorrhoid
fucking-
on it?
Oh, there's all the hair removal down there for me.
She doesn't have hair on her butthole, which is why we're getting divorced.
It's over.
It's between February and April 15th. That's what we in the biz like to call crunch time.
That sounds fascinating.
Good evening.
Hi.
Can I start you two off with something to drink?
Yeah, we're gonna start with a couple apple martinis, please.
No, you know what? I'm just gonna start with a water.
You can just bring those just in case. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, it's not like it's all work and no play. After April 15th, that's what we, in the biz, like to call party time.
Excuse me. Oh, I have to get this. I'm so sorry. Hello?
Okay, is this one I'm supposed to call?
What? What do you mean? What happened?
Okay, that's great.
Wait, what? Oh, all right. Listen, just don't move. Where are you?
I'm sitting in my kitchen.
Sitting? Okay. Don't move. I'm going to be right there, honey. I'm going to be right there, okay?
Have you ever had a code word for dating? Like that type of code word?
No.
First of all, he's never dated ever.
That's true.
That's true.
Also, let's talk about blind dates.
I've had this happen to me one time, by the way.
All right, let's talk about.
She
go
called
ahead.
for cucumbers.
She did. She what?
Like she was like, "Oh, I have to go pick up some cucumbers,"
and just left you.
I definitely blew off a dude
That
because
was the code word?
there was an escape at the zoo was what was in my ear, and I read it out as like my friend is broken down on the side of the highway, but like our code word was like there's escape at the zoo.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, she was not even. She wasn't even divorced. She had 2 kids. It was fresh for her, and she was super young. She was 30. She was 31, 32.
Oh, just like a little baby.
Well, I'm just
Shannon?
saying. I'm 30. I'm 46. I sent her every fucking picture I could possibly. I sent her full shots. I sent her everything so that
You
I was
looked like your
because,
picture.
right? Because she was hot, and I was worried. I was like, okay, God, I'm not this hot. Like, I'm not gonna be able to pull this because she's amazing. And I kept sending her pictures. I'm like, this is what I look like. I'm not trying to. I wasn't trying to hide nothing. And we got along really well. But when we got to the bar, I think she just got freaked out because I think I was her first date ever. And she just kind of got freaked out and was like, I got to go pick up some cucumbers, and fucking left.
And for all he knows, a sophisticated, really good-looking guy took me out on a date tonight. I could be in bed with this guy right now, for all he knows. You know? I'm telling you, if you saw the look on his face, I got to him.
That dress is awesome.
Yeah.
All the boobs. All the 6.
The hemline right there on her ass. Like,
Yeah,
awesome.
that's insane.
Were her boobs the same in this dress? That's a 6.
They were like 3 sizes bigger. I didn't realize.
See, this is
I feel
disgusting.
like a Renaissance fair.
Why wouldn't you stand up and just go there? Be like, I did this to fuck with you. You know, like, I love you so much. Jesus Christ.
No, she's topless. This is whenever she knows it's done.
No, I mean, he
No, I'm
went
saying, like-
over the top.
No, but why wouldn't you like stand up at that point and be like,
While there's a girl giving you
Well,
a topless dance,
why would you
No.
bring a bunch of strippers over?
This was a total fuck you to her. You went out on a date. I got strippers. Fuck you.
2 dates, by the way?
Yeah, you're gonna let a guy go take you and have drinks. I'm gonna have a woman's naked breasts on
Right.
your
He
face.
doesn't know that they just had
No.
drinks. He doesn't know that they just had drinks.
He does. She came home at a reasonable,
he
whatever,
doesn't
with like
know.
regular
He does
hair and a
not
dress.
He doesn't know that.
In his mind, first of all, he's a douche. But in his mind, she drew first blood. Now he's just retaliating. But I think if it was this easy to get girls that look like this to come
Strippers.
hang out
They're called
and play
strippers.
strip poker all the time, whatever, I still think I might be playing the field a little bit longer.
All right, I'm going to be honest about something.
Let's call strippers right now.
I play poker. Like, I'm really good at it. It never ends like this.
No.
No.
Not once. Like, I win a shitload of money, come home, super drunk. Like,
Everyone in
Casey's,
the neighborhood hates him. I
Yeah.
have to get embarrassed for like 6
Casey's
months.
like,
Everything's fine.
how much money did you win? I don't know. Count it. It's in my pocket.
I didn't really know that the concert mattered all that much to you.
Exactly.
Hold on a second here. Let me talk for a second. Gary. Brooke, you broke up with me. Then you have guys coming over here for dates, and all of a sudden you ask me to go to some concert. I mean, I just figured that, you know.
Harry. I don't know how we got here. Our entire relationship, I've gone above and beyond for you, for us. And I mean, I've cooked, I've picked your shit up off the floor, I've laid your clothes out for you like you were a 4-year-old. I support you, I supported you, your work. If we ever had dinner or anything, I make the plans. I take care of everything, and I just don't feel like you appreciate any of it.
Well, she's crying because I
didn't
think
show up for
she
her.
finally realizes that it's over.
That's it. You're right.
And I can relate to that scene a lot because, you know, she's been asking him to show up for her, and I've actually had that conversation with my own husband, soon to be ex.
Which one? You haven't divulged that, by the
No,
way.
I haven't. I'm going through a divorce right now, and where I've said, like, you know, why won't you fight for me? No. You know, just pride.
It's like she's been playing games the entire
Yes.
time, and this is the point where she actually lays it out. This is what I'm doing.
But she's already
if
done.
you show up,
yeah,
this is where I want you to be. She's putting it in front of his face.
That
and
was
he
the
just-
olive branch.
And he just doesn't.
She brought him the, you know, I
Yes.
have these tickets, and he's like, oh, how much do
Yeah,
you want
they've been-
for them? And she's like, no, I'm going.
How common is that though? Where the woman just wants him to fight for her.
I think it's very common.
And he doesn't know.
Wait, did I fight for you? Did you feel like I was fighting for you?
That's a good question.
You fought for me.
I felt like I fought the
When-
second I knew that I was supposed I was in jeopardy or whatever.
Well, you were super cool about the separation. We sat down at the dining table, and you were
Right.
like, I'm going to do this, and I'll give you this much. And, you know, and it was almost weird how cool you were because you were almost
That's rich.
in denial. And I was like, this is weird because he was just saying, no, I don't
Yeah,
want.
it's your honeymoon. It's
No,
all the
but
things.
that's
like,
hold on. That's rich though. That's you. You're like, okay.
Well, she was leaving, and I was like, okay, well, let's work this out.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out then.
Yeah.
But then we had the holidays were coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to be, he was supposed to have the kids for Thanksgiving. So it was going to be my first Thanksgiving without the kids. And then I think you were like, hey, do you want to have Thanksgiving with us? Because he knew how family oriented I was. And I was supposed to go have Thanksgiving with
your family,
my new boyfriend.
Yeah, new boyfriend.
Oh.
And instead, I caved, and Rich and the kids and I went to my parents.
Been there.
And I completely ghosted the boyfriend because
Who's your husband?
I
Currently.
was like, I can't be away from my kids on a holiday.
Our first Christmas together was spent with him spending the night with his ex-wife, with the children. Like, that just happens. It's like traditions.
And so
the
They die
holidays.
hard.
No, let me tell my story. So the holidays are just like a really hard time. I think for everybody, it's tradition.
Yeah.
Tradition's a thing.
Yeah.
If anything that are like my stepchildren that are like children together, in my opinion, as well. Like I love them so much. If they care about anything, it's tradition. They love it. Like Emma, like you want to like mess with one of her fucking traditions, like you're out. So yeah, the first Christmas away, they all spent Christmas at their grandparents' house. So he did it that Christmas, and it was hard for me, but it was kind of the same scenario where it was like, this is what we do at Christmas. It's family time, and I was just kind of cast out a little, but I hadn't really like earned my time in. And these little kids that like wanted their dad and their mom together,
Yeah.
even if they weren't together, it wasn't any of my business.
Well, you didn't answer my question, but I do remember you saying it was more in December area. You were like, you are being the perfect husband and father right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you were saying it as in a way of, but it's too late. I'm already checked out, and I want to be with this other guy.
Well, our pattern had been we'd go to counseling.
We
And
didn't go to that much counseling.
We went to 2 different counselors over the course of 3 years. And I kind of felt like
Yeah, but you could count them on one hand, right?
the counselor would say, you know, here's what y'all need to fix, and then you would do that. You know, we'd kind of get in a groove,
Right.
and you would do whatever the counselor said was supposed to happen for like 3 to 6 months, and then you would go back to the way things were before. And I don't know, I think I kind of had like an end date.
Yeah.
I said if it doesn't work out, you know, after the 3rd time, that, you know, I had this timetable in my head, like I was 31, I was getting old, I was going
Right.
to lose my looks, and, you know, I wouldn't be able to attract another man and start my life again. And
I say that every 5 years.
but I just, you fought for me. I thought you fought for me, but it was kind of
Again, I didn't have the tools. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like I was fighting, but
I
it was
felt like I had
flailing.
been fighting the whole time.
It was like windmill fighting.
But would you fight now though? I mean, like because you.
No, she's married and
I know.
we're,
Listen
like,
to me. Listen to me. You still. It seems like you would get directions from a therapist or whatever, and you would go do that and be like, okay, I've done this, and now I'm going to go back doing what I'm.
I don't think I need a therapist now. I don't.
That's not what I said.
Everybody needs a therapist.
Wait,
everybody. Every
Rich.
6 months.
No,
it's
I'm
like,
saying,
it's like an oil change.
Guys,
I
hold
feel
on.
like
guys,
I have
guys,
the
hold on.
tools
That's not what I
now.
asked. That's not what I asked.
I communicate the fuck out of it now.
That's
like,
not what I asked. I asked if that situation was different. You guys were in counseling. Do you feel like you would? I feel like what she's saying is you would go, you would do the work, you'd be like, okay, I've done my homework, and now I'm going to go out and do this thing or whatever.
Yeah. Back then, yeah. I mean, I don't remember a lot of the details around that, but that sounds like me. Like
Do you
I would
really not remember that shit?
No, I blocked out a lot of it. It was painful. I mean, I had to. That's how I was able to get.
I honestly think that I remember the day we were in the therapist's office and the counselor got me to articulate that I wanted a divorce. He went like catatonic.
Yeah, they know
I think
this story.
He had a mental break that
Yeah.
day, and it was really scary. It was very sad, and like he went into a fetal position on the floor in the corner.
Right.
I mean, it was hard, but
But you both were talking about me like I wasn't in the room.
Well, because you weren't communicating with either of us anymore. You like.
No, this was before.
Well,
You're saying the therapist and her?
Yeah, they were both talking about me like I was not in the room. They were like, see, and this is what he does, and he calls my friends.
And what?
And he was like, well, I think maybe we should check him into a mental facility. And I'm like,
There's
what
no
the
way that
fuck
that
is-
happened.
No,
that is absolutely word
They
for
wanted to-
word.
they wanted to
word
check him into
for
a mental-
word what happened.
They wanted to check you into a mental
Listen,
facility?
because
Word
when that
for word.
okay, when this conversation was happening, and
Okay.
he may have had an out of body experience, I don't know. He was already in a corner in a ball on the floor, and he wasn't talking to us.
Because you...
'Cause
And
she said that she wanted to have a divorce. That was the first
And
time I had
you-
ever heard that terminology
And you were,
from her.
and that at that point you were losing your shit,
I was upset. I was crying.
right?
And so here's what
But
happened.
not-
And I don't know-
but hold on,
This
but-
is a long time
but
ago, and I
hold on.
completely forgive
But
everything.
Rich,
hang on, let me finish.
Wait, hold on,
No,
but-
this is important. Seriously,
I understand that.
that happened. I was so upset that I'm hearing you say that, and I tried to leave the room. I grabbed the door handle, and it wouldn't open. It felt like it was locked, and so I just fell down right in the corner because I was like, I don't want to be here,
yeah.
but I can't leave because the door wouldn't open. It was the weirdest thing ever. And then you guys started talking about me like I was not in the room, and that killed me. Like she was like, this is what he does. He calls my friends. He starts crying, and then he's like, well, I think we should check him into a mental facility. And they start talking, and like I'm just sitting there going, I cannot believe this is fucking happening.
And did you do that before? Did you call her friends? Did you?
Well, I think I called Jennifer once or something and was upset once.
One time? Did you? I mean, like,
I mean, it wasn't like
He
like
lashed
rampant.
out. He
It
lashed
wasn't
out.
rampant. Yeah, it was a fucked up time.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And and so that conversation that day was between me and the therapist. It was like,
Can I ask something?
Sure.
What led to therapy?
I had to actually really force you to go to that one. That was a pulling teeth to get you to go there.
we went, that was, from what I recall, we had been to 3 counselors in 9 years. So it was like every 3 years we had to go to a counselor.
Right.
And I had done some therapy.
But you weren't fighting.
We weren't fighting. No.
You just weren't feeling fulfilled.
Well, you just had,
and you didn't pick up on it.
It's really
Rich and
weird
I
looking back
okay,
on it.
we're basically the same person.
No, me and you are the same person.
Obviously. But what is your sign?
Pisces.
I'm a Leo.
I don't know what that
She
means.
got into signs recently.
Well, no, Zoe got me into it. It's just interesting.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's not get into that.
But my current soon to be ex, is a Capricorn, which apparently we never ever should have even gone on a date. But so it's just some of that stuff is interesting.
And how did you meet him?
He was friends.
My best friend's other best friend. They met at a party at our house.
They set us up after we separated.
You guys were separated.
I didn't know we were separated.
Yeah, he did.
No,
Shannon, did you know that you were separated?
Yes.
It was
because I had already moved out of the house, so yeah, I knew we were separated.
It was billed as I just need space.
Oh boy.
It wasn't billed that I'm leaving you. Like our marriage wasn't over.
So, but you didn't live in the house with him?
No, she was at Jennifer's house at the time.
Jennifer?
Not
her friend.
Not the second.
Got it. Yeah.
Mrs. Coleman.
That's fine.
But anyway, where were we going with that? So
no, where'd you meet this guy? You met him at a party.
At our house.
At your house?
He was friends. He was best friends with my other best friend.
Why were you at a party at his house after you?
Okay.
No, they met when we were still together.
Right? Same friend group. Okay.
First of all,
it was their coming out party.
No. Rich and I, we had already, who I thought was his best friend, he and his wife were having twins, and we had already volunteered to host a baby shower for them. And we had sent out all the invitations, and then we separated before the party actually happened.
Okay.
So we were trying to do the right thing, and instead of canceling the party, we decided we would still host it at the house and let them have their baby shower.
Right.
And we did, and the friend came to that party, and
that wasn't the first time. The first time was
I had met him before, but nothing happened before. I don't really. Apparently, he was smitten with me immediately.
Right. Yes,
I would. That wasn't on my radar.
It was the St. Patty's Day party. Remember? And he was rubbing your feet on our sofa.
I was trying to set him up with another girl at
Wait
the
a
party.
minute. You guys said you're not into feet. I fucking already said I am.
I wasn't rubbing the feet.
I'm not
He was
into
rubbing her feet. Her current husband.
I know, but don't fuck with me about being into feet when you're getting your feet rubbed at a goddamn at his house.
There was a lot of alcohol happening that night.
Don't care.
And
I'll rub some fucking feet.
Jared, look, if some other dude is rubbing your wife's feet,
yeah, I would have punched him.
Why are you
going
letting
back
that happen?
Right.
I mean, I was wasted. I mean, so
I was trying to be the cool husband that didn't
cool.
get jealous, and I agree. Going back, I would fucking punch him in the face. I want to still punch him.
You're this guy. You're the guy that gets a girl gets picked up at your house. It's your wife. You want to fucking
and he's trying to be the cool guy,
right?
Well, I was trying to. I was trying to be cool to you.
Can I ask you
this? I didn't give a shit about that,
Shannon. Let me ask you this: was it a good foot massage?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
No, but I'll
apparently
give you.
It was
because I can fucking give a foot massage. I don't. Give a fuck.
Apparently, it was a pretty good foot massage.
I don't be tickling or nothing.
Do you do firm pressure?
I can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I just want to make you smile.
Aww.
I've had a lot of time to think about some of the things that went on, and I know, Brooke, that I don't always do the right thing or always say the right things, but I am willing to try to do things differently. And I'd be happy to go take a dance class. Well, I would, honestly. I would like to go do that or go travel. I mean, I'd even be willing to go to the ballet, although I would much rather do the dance class or take a trip somewhere. But I realize that's not the point. I realize that point isn't that at all, because it's not really about doing things that you love to do always, but it is about doing things with the person that you love.
Exactly.
And I love you.
It's the first time we've heard him say that the whole movie.
Exactly.
Just give me 1 second.
Which is why
He
she's
says it.
out.
He says it 4 times.
I've missed you so much. I promise you, Brooke, I will do whatever it is that I have to do to never hurt you again.
It's too late.
I love you. I'm sorry.
I thought she was gonna say it's too late.
Okay, that's it. That's all that's all I wanted to say, so you can go ahead now with anything that you're feeling to say.
If you want to say it. But Tom Brady's waiting out in the hall.
It's fucking
Say
Tom
whatever
Brady.
you feel inside.
I don't feel the same way.
No.
I don't know. Oh, God. don't think I have anything left to give.
God.
All he had to do was reach out his arms and grab her.
Grab her. Just get her.
Grab her. And
I don't
you
know.
got her.
At that point, I don't think
he's
so.
got her.
But that's what's funny is like it's different perspectives because like I think about it during this scene in this movie, like this is a conversation that like maybe has only happened once ever in our whole entire relationship where like we were like maybe in a really bad spot and there was never an end to any of it. And like if he had said those words and he has, like that was it. Like it's fucking over. Like
What
you mean it.
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
I'm saying like you're good at like picking when it's time to like if we're fighting and we're like in a bad spot because that's what happens in real marriages. Like if you fucking sat there and said that shit, which you have, I think a little bit, like I'd be in a little bit, not verbatim.
Yeah, but he doesn't wait fucking 9 months. And
He never would, yeah.
kick you out of the living room and
No, I'm telling you
have
right
a
now.
stripper.
The
And,
first time it happened, I would have been in there and I would have done the dishes.
You never would have turned away from the door.
I would have done the dishes and not fucking turned away from the door.
And vice versa, not to like put like because we can't just say like gender roles. Like it's just the man's rule. Like
there are some.
There's
things,
some times that I've been an asshole and
Yeah.
he's been in there, and I've had to fucking go in there and apologize. And the thing that my husband credits me on, I think, pretty frequently is like the ability to apologize. Because I think in a previous life there wasn't a lot of apologies.
Yeah.
But I'm really, really good at being like mad and angry and say shit, and then I come back and I just go.
But I think
you're right. I
don't know.
apologize. I'm so sorry. You were right. I apologize. Over and over again.
Sometimes you say and do stuff that is so vile that
out of anger
it can't. But and I've been through it in my own marriage. I think at that point, the stripper thing.
A
there were
topless girl.
There
like,
were
on your
certain
husband's
things
face.
he said and did that were so nasty that
I just want to be left alone.
that you
Really,
though?
Yeah.
You
yes, really.
the stuff in front of all their friends.
I feel like even when
If I walked into the house
I
ever
even
after a fight and you had a girl with her tits out in your face, like dancing on your lap,
Hold on,
in
hold on.
my living room
Casey,
that I built with you, yeah,
Casey,
of course.
Casey, hold on just a second. She'd already been on 2 dates.
Dates, not naked stripper dates.
I mean, his
A man
dick isn't
taking-
inside of her.
A man
you know?
taking her to dinner and her coming home at a reasonable hour.
Who gives a shit? He's not monitoring that.
And she was only doing it to make him jealous.
Yeah, but how the fuck does he know that?
I understand, but in this movie, it was all him. There was nothing she ever did wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. I didn't write the script, but in this movie, she didn't do anything
Here's
wrong.
what she did. Here's what she did wrong. She tried to manipulate the situation.
She was manipulative. That's a good
excuse
word.
me.
That's a good word.
She broke up with him. She tried to 100% like make him jealous.
She was
tried to do
controlling
this,
it.
do that. She didn't have to do that. She could have walked into that room at any time and gone, "Hey, I was thinking I was going to ask this accountant out, and it would have been hilarious. And I'm going to sit here with you, and like from now on, maybe you don't play video games, and you just come in this room and fuck."
Here's the deal. It's just awkward because I have a date, so I got to go.
See you later, babe.
Oh,
Look.
that's your fucking reaction.
Look.
Oh no, you'll be back. It's Prosper for Christ's
They're
sake.
not
I have
good.
nowhere to go. There's
The
no
fuck you
there's
guys
no
going?
Ubers here. I'm
I
going
think-
with Shannon. We're going to my mom's house around the corner. It's gonna be fun.
I think we should face the fact that we haven't even talked about this. They're not a good match.
No,
He plays video games all goddamn
outkicked
day.
his coverage with her big time, yeah.
She's super sophisticated, likes to have parties with her friends.
You always
had to have been good.
Yeah, she works at Art Gallery. Women's
You always root for the couple, and the fact that this one didn't work out. I mean, it actually bothered me a little bit. Like, why didn't they get together? And then they looked at one another and they went their separate ways. And here's the thing. I just feel like that dude is 100% like fucking his new girlfriend and thinking about her.
Sure.
And it's not possible that she's not thinking about him. His dick has to look like a tree. He's fucking, I swear to God.
Even if it's small, it's big.
No, a backwards tree.
That's a Jarrett.
But yeah,
quote.
even if it's small, it's big. The guy's fucking like 6'5", for Christ's sake.
He's like 6'7".
Okay.
But I think he did what a lot
Actually,
of
I wanna
guys
know.
do
I think it's
is
6'4".
he worked really, really hard in the
Only
beginning to get a
6'4"?
girl who was out of his league.
Yeah.
And then once he had her, he got complacent.
Well, he reverted to himself, which what else is he going to do?
That's what happens.
He swept her off her feet. And
can't
then
do that,
he
though.
got comfortable.
6'5".
Yeah, I know. I've met him.
You've lost some weight.
Well, it's very deceiving, actually. I've managed to become thin without having any real muscle on me whatsoever. It's a very tough thing to accomplish, by the way. I'm proud of myself.
Oh, you look terrific.
Thanks. I heard your trip went really well.
It did. It went really well. It was
Good.
fun. It was amazing. I saw so many amazing places. It was just... But, you know, you do realize how much you love home.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And the boat. Congratulations on the boat.
Thanks.
Waiting for it to get warm, and I'm going to come by and take a ride.
Well, anytime you want. It'll be on the house. Come on by.
Well, I will then.
I hope you do.
Definitely.
Look at her. Look at him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to a meeting, so...
I gotta
Good acting.
drop these bags off anyway.
Him, not so much.
She
It's really good to see
recognizes
you.
the person
Really
who
good
wooed
to
her in
see
the
you.
first place.
That's right.
But again, it's a bait and switch.
Sorry.
It is a bait and switch. I agree.
Shouldn't wait
Is
so
it a
long
bait and
next
switch?
I
time.
think
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Why
Catch
wouldn't
up.
it just
We have a lot more to
be
talk about.
exactly
Yeah.
who he was?
So,
Good.
in my what?
And the scene's still going on.
You were talking the whole time, Demi.
But listen, I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
She has perfect pitch.
Just perfect pitch.
And that's ironic.
I love the ending.
the
I
song.
love the ending because it gives you guys like everyone wanted them to end up back together
Right.
and they never gave it to you.
It's
I
an
love
open
it.
They
It's
ending.
teased it a
so-
little. I thought it was perfect ending too.
Whatever you want it
I
to
thought it
be.
was great.
I don't think they got back together.
I think
No.
they did.
I'm hoping
No
they
way.
did.
There's
I
no
think
way.
they did.
No way it happens.
I think they did.
No, because here's why. Because she went on a worldwide tour.
Yep.
She they were an Italian
She
dude.
did it to the guy that the art dealer person paid
No,
her to do
she
it to.
did it to the
Oh.
guy. Remember the Italian guy that did it to China, the greasy hair.
Oh no, she didn't do
That
it to her.
100%. That happened.
If he was good at it, maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us on this podcast. Shannon, I got to tell you, this was built up. Rich, I've never seen you like this. Holy shit! I wish.
Like what?
I'm gonna be honest, Shannon. I wish you were here every week.
I've
You
never
keep 'em-
seen you not without
Well,
a beer in your hand.
My
Go get
Friday
one.
nights are open. So
Okay, you're here every week. You're in the wheelchair.
This is her
my
audition
new
tape.
spot. Oh, this is like my cushion.
I'm
like,
not even joking. You're fucking welcome here every
just keep
fucking
doing
like
Friday night.
Sheldon. I have my own.
Yeah, stop pouring the wine into her.
Nope.
Do
But
I
I'm
get
gonna be
my
on
own like place in the fridge or
everything.
like, my
You
own
get a
wine
place in the
cabinet?
All of
fridge
it.
and everything you want.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah, make your demands now because they won't last.
I
No,
don't
they
have any
won't.
demands.
Right, Sean?
yeah. Yeah, it's like when you guys met, bait
It's
and
Sean's
switch.
birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your birthday. Today is Chris Burney's birthday. I want to say happy birthday to Chris Burney. Hey, thanks for sharing. You guys, Barry Ferguson, Ray Jimenez, Angie Thorin, Austin Mark Graff, what do we call him now? Sugar Pants?
Sweet cheeks.
Sweet Cheeks. Simon Rogers, Sean Umbeck, Wendy Croft, Chris Pulse, Grant Hill, Jake Bradford, and Woody Chambers. If you guys would like to send us an email, why not do it? It's JarrettGoesToTheMovies@gmail.com. And also, you can Facebook us anytime you want. Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Anything else?
That's it.
Go fuck yourself. All right, we'll see you guys down the road.
I like you more than a friend.
But most of all, we'll see you down the road.